Would you like to go over the last session recap?
Sure thing. I've written this down, so it's fucking beautiful. So, start off the recap. Everybody woke up after drinking with the gypsies and getting their fortunes told bright and early, ready to take on the day and all that Barovia has to throw them. While Jorgen was day drinking, everybody else had cold stew, and Aranea decided to go to the fortune teller and basically tell her that she's full of shit, that cards can't predict anything. Then went outside and basically said the same thing to Lyre. But then when Lyre looked hurt, she dealt back like, oh, wait, no. The stars are totally able to protect everything, which she was, clearly lying through her teeth, and Lyre bought. After they packed up everything, they continued down the road to a bridge crossing a river. And there was a carriage sitting on the bridge, and everybody was skeeved the fuck out of it. There was no driver, the windows were all closed off with vines or blinds. The horse was standing perfectly still. As the group approached, the door swung open, and a letter from Strahd was there. And it read, and I quote, this is exact wordage, "What up, homies? I'm throwing a laid-back pizzardi for y'all at my crib just down the road. I want to chat with y'all because you fine as hell, and you make me laugh with your antics. So hop in my ride. I'll make sure you get to my crib all safe-like." To which the group itself said, "Fuck that shit." And I believe we put the letter back in the carriage, and it just took off on its own. Door closed. I'm not sure if anybody actually noticed, but the curtain kind of pulled back like there was somebody in the cart, even though there was nobody in the cart. And then we followed down the same road, and
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
We followed down the same road, but instead of taking a right towards not Dracula's castle, we made a left. Continued onwards, we saw a windmill up on the hill in front of us, and we remembered that the hag said she was from a windmill. And through some checks, we figured that that hags usually form covens, so that one could be there, more than one could be there. So we consulted the stars via Lyre to see if it was a good idea, and the stars were like, "Fuck yeah, best idea ever." Storm the shit out of that windmill.
I still agree.
And honestly, who are we to deny the stars? So we approached the old windmill, and at the base of the windmill, there was a man in armor with a horse getting yelled at by a wolf. Yes, yelled at by a wolf. We scared the wolf off, and the man was Alex from the church early on, and he was saying that he had heard about the hags and was going to possibly do something, but every time we got close, a raven was there calling at him. He figured
He was from the he was from the tavern inn place, not the church.
I thought it was
Both.
from the church.
Both.
Both. Yes.
Yes.
Both. Sorry.
Okay. But yeah, the raven kept calling at him, and he was too much of a puss to do anything about it himself. So we're like, you know what? We'll take care of the bird for you. So we all approached, and sure enough, there was a raven there calling at us and probably saying something nasty in bird language. So Lyre used to speak with animals to call him a bitch back. But turns out the bird wasn't speaking bird language at all. So we're like, fuck this shit, let's murk him. So we threw a rock at him. There were some eldritch blasts. There were some guiding bolts. And message for some reason.
Y'all tried to... What?
Message should have been the first spell, because as an eldritch blast hit the bird and guiding bolt hit the bird while he was midair, it was like, hey, I'm just a guy warning you that this place is dangerous. And then he turned into a human and fell.
Wow.
It's not my fault.
So we go up to him, and he's just fucking straight up dead. So after our good deed of saving the fucking windmill from this bird, we're like, all right, let's take these bitches out. So we go up, knock on the door. There's another old lady, hag, there. And she's like, oh, my sister's not here, but you liked her pie, so come on in. So we went in, and it was really fucking cramped. And she thanked Jorgen specifically for bringing the cart back. because it's super important to them. And she was going to make us some tea. Well, Jorgen looked around and everybody's like, I don't want no fucking tea. Alex was around back. So he just straight up fucking smashed her in the back of the head with a hammer. And thus combat started. And then she turned into a hag, surprisingly enough. And then at initiative count 20, some fucking ghost spells started ringing. And everybody's like, oh, it hurts! Except Jorgen, who is the fucking epitome of health. He's like, I ain't afraid of no fucking ghost spells. So, we go through combat. She's getting fucking beat to shit. Second round comes around. Bell rings again. Everybody makes test saves. Jorgen's fucking fine. Lexi, your girl rolled a fucking 2 and then a 1, so she fucking just straight up died.
What?
Yeah.
More combat happens.
Rip.
More combat happens.
Well,
Get to another round.
am I
Aranea
gonna-
fucking dies.
Mm.
Then next turn, we finally fucking kill the fucking hag. And Alex runs up, it's like, yo, I got shit to save fucking both these people because I know they're super important to you. And we're like, you know what? Just bring the fucking wizard back. It's fine. And he did. So, Lexi, you got your new character rolled up yet?
I'm sorry.
No.
Lyre's still good though. It's okay.
Oh, Lyre's fine. Everybody else is fine.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I mean, I did say that I had backup character sheets made. I don't just randomly make backup character sheets.
Wait.
Lexi.
Wait.
It's cool. Nobody liked your character. Anyway.
No.
Jorgen fucking died, not yours. Jorgen straight up died.
Oh my heart, guys! Y'all are so mean. Oh my God.
See how happy she is that Jorgen died? Just saying.
Those are tears of joy.
Mood-
right there.
Mood changed immediately.
Jorgen
Jorgen died?
Can I just say something? I think the Omen was like pretty good. Like
Yeah.
I think this was for the best.
So that's what happened.
Wow. Wait. So, why did y'all fucking murk the bird?
Because we thought it was fucking evil.
Okay,
loud.
so Aranea in character thought that the bird was like Strahd watching us. And
Okay.
so she sent a message to like who she thought was Strahd, and she was like, listen, basically like leave us alone or I'm gonna freaking kill you.
So you're skipping the part where y'all threw a rock at it.
Yeah,
And then
Aranea
you threw an eldritch blast at it, and then it's flying away like, oh shit. And then you send the message.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
then
think
I
any of
sent
that
the message.
While an eldritch blast and a guiding bolt are getting
I don't
prepped.
think it was that important.
Wait, guiding bolt. That came from you, Lyre, right?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
No, maybe somebody else did it.
Yeah, no, Lyre did it. Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah.
So do I
Yeah.
get inspiration on my
Yeah.
dead character?
And then after Aranea woke up, she's just currently sitting on the floor, holding Gawain's hand at the moment, going, "Oh, that was really scary. I'm an idiot."
Everyone can have inspiration. If Lexi can tell me what Strahd's invitation said, word for word.
Invitation? What?
It was in the recap.
Wait, I didn't hear the first part of the recap because my headset. New
I'm
headset. I don't.
Hold on a second.
I don't make the rules. I'm just a DM.
I'm sorry.
This makes me hate Lexi even more.
Lexi,
I'm
you can do
sorry.
this.
I'm sorry.
Yes, you can have inspiration this time for doing the recap.
Awesome.
As horrible as it was,
It was great.
it was amusing in its wretchedness.
It was beautiful.
What the fuck did you just send me?
That's what Strahd's letter
What
said.
up, homie?
Verbatim.
I'm throwing a laid back
Pizzardi.
Pizzart. What the fuck?
Dude.
For y'all at my crib, just down the road. I want to chat. You all up.
Okay, this was painful. This was painful the first time. I really don't need to hear it the second time.
Please stop.
You make me laugh at your antics, so hop in my ride and
Oh, please
we'll
don't.
I'll make sure y'all get to my crib safely.
Okay. So, quick and dirty, Lexi, since you missed the beginning. You all started in the Vistani camp. You headed further down the path towards Vallaki.
Right.
There was a carriage waiting there
Mhm.
with 2 horses that weren't moving at all. No breathing, just death-like. There was a letter inside saying from Strahd saying, "Hey, you all have an invitation to come to my house. If you take it, you take the carriage. No harm will befall you." You all decide, no, that sounds like a terrible idea. Continue forward, found the windmill, and Alex outside of it, who was crouched down. It looks like he was facing a wolf, head on head. And as you guys approach it, left.
Is Irina still with us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. She decided to stay away from the windmill. As you guys were
I
Yeah.
don't see
headed up there.
why.
I do. Metagame.
but
no, we're not going to talk about that.
But as you all went to the windmill, Alex was like, "Hey, I've heard some terrible things about this place and the inhabitants within. I'll watch the back if you guys want to take care of what's in." Combat ensued. Jorgen and Aranea died, and Alex also came into the fray and had an item to revive one of them. And so, because it was a very quick moment, quick decision, the group decided to bring back Aranea. And that's where we left off.
The group. Lyre's like, I don't want to make a decision. So it's
Nobody
basically,
wanted to
make a
it's
decision.
basically me. Is
Lyre
like,
bitched
all
out
right.
like he always does.
The group.
The group.
Well,
Sorry.
But in this dimly lit, tight room filled with clutter, you guys can hear the soft sound of croaking underneath one of the that's the frog sound like, in one of the crates, as Jorgen's body lies there, spittle on his beard, unbreathing, still, and the shattered remains of what lies of that hag as she split into like ground bone dust in her area. The only thing remaining are her legs. What do you guys do?
Gonna lay there dead.
Arena's just sitting there, like taking
so I have a question.
deep breaths.
So he is for sure dead.
100%.
It looks like it. He's not moving. You can go over there and make a medicine check.
I was thinking about
Lyre
using
pokes
the
him.
spare the dying on him. Thought about it. But since I guess he's dead, then
It's still touch.
yeah. I'll try. I'll get up here and try.
I mean, I have a potion of healing, but I don't know if that would do anything if he's dead.
So you walk over there and kind of reach your hand down. You can, as you kind of like kneel down to his height and level, and Aranea is also kind of like lifting back up, completely pale, shallow breathing. You reach out to Jorgen's cold, clammy skin as you reach to your necklace and you touch it. No heat spreads on the body. It remains cold, slick. Alex, you're like right next to Alex. Well, looks at Jorgen, looks at the remains of that creature. Sorry that you all lost a fellow soul today, but it was worth it.
Was it? I'm not
Worth it?
entirely sure.
How?
It's another evil cleanse from these lands. We're doing the light's work. I'm sure
Lyre.
that the ruler of these lands will thank us.
Lyre just kind of sadly pokes at Jorgen.
With his beak.
He lets out a second wind.
No. No.
Kind of, Alex kind of steps by, walking towards the exit, and walks by you, Aranea. Bahamut is giving you a second chance. Should use it wisely. He
Well-
continues walking out towards the door.
Thank you, by the way. But just let you know, trying to save these lands means we try to save everyone.
Sacrifices are to be expected. But we do what we can against adversity.
What have you sacrificed?
Sacrificed much. Perhaps one day you'll understand.
Maybe.
That includes Jorgen.
So the first immediate thing that catches your attention, Lyre, is the crate with holes in it, with just numerous amounts of croaking coming out of it.
Free frogs.
There's probably at least 50 frogs in here.
He just gently pulls it closed. Continues to look elsewhere.
Okay. With that, Alex kind of just gives you all a bit of a look and nod, like, God's work be done here. And steps out. Starts walking away.
I'd like to go get the cart, bring it up, so that we can put Jorgen on the cart and then find a better resting place for him than this windmill.
Sure thing. The cart is out there. As you're stepping out, you notice that as Alex is kind of like walking down the road and everything, there's like a heavy fog coming in from the distance. Lyre, if you're actually going to look through the room and everything, give me an investigation check.
Oh, I'm real good at those. I'm definitely going to apply. Oh, well, maybe I don't need to, but I'm going to apply D4 to that as well.
By the way, here's
20
Jorgen's inventory.
22.
So as Elena's still kind of down there, maybe a little shell-shocked, just kind of like looking at Jorgen, like still that final part of the spell, like it didn't work. You do notice like a gleam of silver of coming from his hand. Also, you notice that one of the cabinets jostled open in the commotion that you guys had in there. You see 3 vials just kind of in view of this open cabinet sitting in it. Amongst it in the background, you see there's a whole bunch of herbs hanging, drying, maybe a couple bones sitting in there too. And there's also this large barrel that looks to be a bit damp, kind of by Elena on the other side of her.
Okay, so I see an area that has like vials, 3 vials specifically, and a damp barrel.
Shit, yeah.
There's a silver gleam in Jorgen's hand. Is that what you said?
Mhm.
Yeah, you've seen this ring before, but you haven't seen it shine like that before.
I want to inspect
Like-
this. I'm not sure what the hell it is.
Inspect that. Like,
I want
just
to
kind of
inspect
going. Inspect the ring.
Oh, it's a ring in his hand?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I want to see what he's got in his hand there. Is it like he's wearing it or he's
Yep.
like holding
He's
it?
wearing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You've seen him put on that ring before. It's always had like a dull, tarnished look to it, but like just looking around, it's like whatever angle you look at it has this shine to it. It's kind of hard to not notice it.
Is it like arcane in nature? Do I have to roll for that?
I mean, there's no like magical gleam to it. It just seems to repeatedly catch your eye.
I'm not sure if Lyre would steal from the dead, especially from a dead friend. So he's gonna just try to remember what it looks like. Obviously, like I guess if anybody else cares to look at it, Lyre's kind of made a point to take a very close look at it. But he's gonna go look at the vials. So are there like vials that are filled with liquid?
Yeah, heading over there. You can see that they are filled with liquid, and each of them are labeled as well.
Okay, what's their labels?
So the first one that you have, give me a moment. Let me put this all on one screen. It makes it easier.
Sure.
Before you do that, I just want to point out that ring that he has, that was the ring we got from the Death House. If anybody would remember this, the psychic resistance ring.
My memory kind of sucks.
So looking at the vials, the first one has kind of like a golden syrupy appearance to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's labeled on the outside, youth. Second one is it looks kind of like what's the word I'm thinking of? Consistency of tea, and it's red, and it says laughter. The third one is it looks like it's kind of like milk with a green tint to it.
Nice.
And it says mother's milk. And behind the cabinet, you can see there is a small little chicken coop with a chicken inside. It's kind of peeked back there.
How much liquid's in the vials?
The vials, like generally potion-wise, like 1 dose each. Just like a vial.
1 dose for a human, right?
1 dose for a humanoid.
Okay. I pop off the mother's milk. I go over to the chicken, and I want to try to give it just a couple drops. Not a dose.
Give me an animal handling check.
Okay, sure.
You're a druid. You should be good at this.
Yeah, I'm not bad. I am gonna try to like. I don't even need it for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
26.
Yeah. So
Jesus.
eagerly, the chicken takes from its avian kind, and as you give just a little sip, it just starts. Its head falls down, and immediately all of its feathers start falling out rapidly. Its skin turn black.
So it's dead.
It's dead.
Lyre, what are you doing? And Ray's just like holding on to the table, standing beside Elena.
Yeah, it sounds like a garbled sound came from the other side.
Yeah, he looks over at you, and goes, yeah.
Do we all get XP for that kill, or just Lyre?
Poor
Just
chicken.
Jorgen.
I stow the mother's milk away. Are there any other animals? Oh, yeah, the toads. Look, I gotta figure this out, and I'm not an alchemist, okay?
Alignment.
Oh no. Look, I'm actually okay with that a little bit.
Animal testing. Good in my book. Okay.
Yeah, he's a little. He's not like a purely good boy, like. But I want somebody else to like go. I've taken up some time, so like let's while he's doing like this shit, like some other people can do some stuff.
Rennie is just getting healed at the moment. Thank you, Elena.
You're quite welcome. If only I can do something with Jorgen over there.
Whenever I get back with the cart, I would look to maybe Elena and say, "Can you help me carry Jorgen onto the cart?"
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, you can get the cart pretty much up to the door. If you finagle it, you could probably get it in there. But even then, like it's so cluttered, it's probably easier just leaving it outside the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna help Gowain carry our dead compatriot.
Good luck. He's like 300 pounds with all his fucking equipment.
Shut the fuck up. Who asked you?
Yeah, so both of you pick him up,
Mhm.
And yeah, he is very heavy. But between the
That's-
two of you, you guys can get him over to the actual cart.
I'm also gonna try to like help in a way to where I can slide the ring off of his finger.
Aranea was actually gonna step up to the cart and say, I know this seems rude, but
Before you do, Elena, give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
okay.
She's handling the body.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's answered.
As you do.
Oh, perfect. Jorgen noticed that.
I think
Yeah,
everyone
so,
did.
Yeah, so as they're putting the body out there, Elena is like quite obviously like taking at the hand and like pulling this ring off, and
It's
kind of like
stuck.
looking back and forth a bit.
Well, Elena has the idea that I was going to say. I know that he is our friend, but there are going to be items on him that he won't need. Probably like
Okay, that's
food
agreed.
or, you know, if we need any rope or anything like that. I mean, obviously we should leave him with his weapons and his shield because he is a warrior and he died an honorable death, and I believe that if we took away his weapons, he probably would haunt us.
Also, I think Jorgen would feel at home if we burned the corpse.
Funeral pyre.
Yes.
Send his spirit to Valhalla.
Yes.
So, if it's alright, is it okay if me and Elena take a few items off of him?
Elena pockets the ring.
Wow.
So say you all talk about alignment, but Lyre didn't loot any friend corpse, okay?
He's been dead for like 5
Aranea
minutes.
is asking. Hey,
You-
Aranea's just
you-
saying that she needs some food, okay? We haven't hit an inn in a couple of days, okay?
Around the corner, Aranea, you hear a response to your question. Peeking around the corner, you hear a slow little clap, looking at you. By all means, show your desperation and steal from the dead.
What up,
It's quite fitting. Anything for survival.
Oh no, I hate this guy already.
Takes a look at Jorgen. Ah, one down. A couple more to go. I
Wait,
thought
do
it
we
might be
all hear this?
interesting. Yeah, he's talking to all of you. I gave you all the opportunity to avoid this tragedy. If anything, so you're all only to blame for this.
Maybe if your land wasn't so fucked.
So,
The incapable shouldn't go where they aren't capable of surviving. Fools. Tis what it is.
Out of game, I felt so bad.
Aranea is going
So
to stand there and she's just gonna cross her arms and she's gonna say, do you propose I ask you a question, if that's all right, my lord?
Even mockingly, at least some manners are being displayed. Yes, child, pose your question.
So, these women were under your employ, correct?
Employ, no, but I permit them to take residence.
So, why does it matter to you if we stop them from hurting innocent children?
Doesn't matter to me in the slightest. Don't come crying to me in my castle when you disregarded the option of safe travel to it. And he puts his hand out to Jorgen. And have your own die for it.
I just think it's interesting that if they're not under your employ or anything like that, then why would you be here? Why would it matter what we
Because
do?
you all entertained me immensely. Let's see. It gives you a bit of a smile, and that heavy fog that you saw in the distance, earlier, Gowain, is like kind of like quickly rushing in behind him, and it's like at his back as you can see his smile, smiling at all of you. Is like immediately like it stops at the doorway, like as if the door was shut. Just this heavy wall of fog is completely gone and blocking your vision of him.
Hey,
And it stays there. That fog is
Jim,
lingering.
How much could it take for me to shoot a guiding bolt at this rude ass motherfucker?
I mean, you don't see him now. If he's still there, he's obscured. So you can
Okay.
give me an attack roll with disadvantage because you
Okay.
can't see the target, but you
Okay.
most certainly can.
Okay. All right. Yeah, rude ass motherfucker.
I just want to hear, ah, bitch.
Can I
Yeah,
ask a...
I shoot
Never
a
mind.
guiding bolt.
18's not bad.
you hear out of the fog, like but there was a tingle of surprise and pain in the first
Help it stung, you bitch.
But you had a question?
I was gonna ask a question, but now I don't know if it would be metagaming. What do I can't remember if I rolled for this before, but what do I know about vampires again? Do I know anything? I can't remember
They
if I
don't
rolled
like
for this.
broccoli.
I don't think you really gleaned much information about vampires.
Okay. Could I roll to see what I know about them?
Give me a
Do we even
relation
know
roll.
do we even know that he's a vampire? Like
I thought
technically,
the
like is that,
fortune teller said it.
did they?
They
might-
They didn't say
might-
he was a vampire, no.
Okay.
he's
They
always
called
been
him a
regarded as
devil.
yeah, they've always been regarded as a devil. I thought.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay,
they
never
call him devil,
mind.
and the fortune teller I think said that he's undying.
Mhm.
But I don't think they've called him a vampire yet.
It's a bit
Okay,
more, but-
sorry. That was a little bit metagaming. I'm sorry. That was my
Well, it's
fault.
like we're like playing a vampire game, so it's like
yeah, so it's like
so ingrained
obviously
enough.
he's a vampire, but like character.
No,
sorry,
you
I'm
don't.
gonna take that back. I'm just gonna. Never mind. Ignore me.
Honestly, with hair that good, though, he has to be a vampire.
Or a glampire.
What is it
100%
exactly
vampire.
do you want? I mean, you have control of this place. Play with the weather and make sunlight disappear for as long as you want. But you must be after
Let's just speak out to
something.
like the heavy wall of fog.
Yes, towards Strahd.
No
if he's still
response.
there. Oh well. Well, should we just close the door or?
I've waited a while. I'm giving this toad laughter vial stuff.
I mean, maybe he's gone.
Give me another animal handling check.
All right, but like size class difference, like I should be able to grab this motherfucker, right? I can still force
Most
feed,
certainly, but
just in case. Like okay,
but
back up.
keeping all the other 49 frogs in the case as you open it, that's a different
Oh.
story.
Yeah, that's a good point. If it helps, like I might like try to reach my arm in with like the lid over, to like make sure it doesn't become like it's not open canvas, right? I don't know if that helps at all, but that's
You don't want the plagues of Egypt to fall forth in this windmill.
Yeah, sure. Anyways, here's the animal handling. And for sure, I'm gonna like add the D4. Oh, that's pretty bad.
Excellent.
That's pretty bad. Yeah.
So as you open it up, you can see some of them are starting to hop out, and you're like, "Oh no!" As you push it down, one of them is stuck at the very edge of like where it's starting to pivot and close and open, and you're like trying to close it, and you're crushing the frog back there, and more of them are just coming out.
Perfect.
About like 30 of them get out, and you all hear it just croaking around the entirety of the windmill. But you're able to grab one. Like out of frustration, like didn't want that to happen specifically. You take the vial, you put it in it. You're as it's if a frog could laugh, it's laughing.
All right. So the hag did one thing right.
And then it dies.
I'll just add a little addendum on there.
Gowain.
Hold on real quick.
Okay. No worries.
Yeah, I've apparently done something bad.
Everybody, I need you to make Constitution saving throws.
God damn it,
Damn
Lyre.
it.
I'm not
Let
sorry.
me make mine real quick. Oh wait, I'm dead.
Yep, failed that too.
I don't know if I failed? Question mark?
As
Questionable.
Everybody's got warts.
No, it's probably a lot worse.
so as this frog has its own strange laughter and dies in your hand, you guys all hear Lyre start laughing in a voice that he's overheard before, and Elena start just laughing, like heartfelt, like from the chest,
Yeah.
laughing. And it's like it takes the wind out of you, like how much this is so just funny. Both of you take 4 points of psychic damage.
Oh fuck.
Nice. I love it. First damage I've taken all day. Got him.
I mean, I guess it is quite funny. There are a lot of frogs in here.
Am I like? Is this like continuing? Like, am I still? Is this an ongoing like laughter fit that I'm taking damage from, or is this like the full extent of it?
Like you still I feel like this kind of like warmness that came over you all of a sudden, resting within you. But like that immediate laughing fit has stopped for the moment.
Got it. Okay. I'm gonna grab another frog on the floor. Damn it.
I was
Does anybody else want to do something?
I was going to ask Gowain to join me upstairs because I wanted to see if there was like an upstairs window to see how far the mist is going. Like if it's like 30 feet out, like if it's surrounding the windmill or anything. Gowain, would you like to join me upstairs and see if
Sounds
maybe
like a
there's
good
a
idea.
window? And we'll begin to.
Look, somebody has to punch her if she starts going for pies.
I'm not gonna
We're-
eat
oh, yeah.
the pie. I'm just mad at the pie because it smells good. But yeah, I'll just head up the stairs.
They're all saying this while frogs are leaping everywhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gingerly placing my feet as to try not to squish a frog as I walk
Are they-
towards the stairs.
Are they like a tree frog, or are they like fucking bullfrog, or what we dealing with here?
They're both frogs for
I was
sure.
gonna
Oh,
like,
yes,
I was gonna join them. He doesn't want to be alone anywhere.
especially with frogs.
Ribbit.
Moment.
But he has grabbed a frog to take. Like he's gonna keep these experiments going.
As you head upstairs, there's this large, like wooden gear shaft in the middle, connected to a large millstone. Going further up through the next floor, and you can see that there's an apron resting on the ground by the millstone, covered in blood. Gowain, since you're the first heading up there and taking a look at it, you can see, you too, Aranea, that there are scatterings, like maybe 3 in total, small little bones that have fallen down, cracks above a broken floorboard.
Like they've fallen from the floor above, the little bones have,
Mhm.
or
Yep.
Oh, well, that's lovely.
the bones are coming from the next floor up. Maybe that's where they were keeping the children.
Possibly. Do we hear any noise of anybody like alive or anything like that?
Give me a perception check. Yeah. So, I also forgot to mention on the first floor there was an oven. Lyre, you would have checked it, and there was nothing of note in it.
Okay. The damn
but-
barrel, is that the one with the frogs in it?
No, that was something completely different.
I'll go back. I'll check that later.
Okay. Yeah. as you guys are heading up there, you guys hear like another kind of like burst of laughter from downstairs from Elena, and as you do hear that, you kind of hear like a suck in of like a sob of like someone trying to like hold in back like whatever fear or horror is, gripping them, and you hear someone like shh 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 coming from upstairs. As if someone's trying to remain unheard.
I think hearing that, I would start running up the next flight of stairs.
Yeah, with me following.
Okay, yeah. When you guys start running, you guys hear that loud sobbing no longer like abated, as in like it just becomes like a kind of like a soft, ever increasing like moan of like just
Sort of like a whimper.
dread. Starting at a whimper, but definitely echoing up into abject misery of whatever state it might be. So as you guys run up in a momento, guys, over here. Lyre, you are further down, but as you guys come up here, you see that there's another gear shaft coming through the middle of here, going up to another floor up above, and that there's this lumpy bed with like decaying blankets on it with a pillow, and on the other side of the room you can see that there's two small cages, probably about like 3 feet high, and another cage in between them about 4 feet high. In each of them there's a kid in each of the 3-foot high cages, and in the middle one, the 4-foot high one, you can see that there's appears to be an adult stripped away of his clothing and kind of just hunched over in the most uncomfortable position, crammed in here, kind of like looking at all of you, kind of like barely taking in what's going on. A look of just uncertainty on his face, and the kids, both of them are heads in their clothing, looking away from all of you coming up.
We're not going to hurt you.
You see like the looks of like opportunity in this guy's eyes. It's like, then let us out. Let us out.
Yeah, I'd look for a way to open the cage. If it's locked or whatever, I do have a crowbar, so.
Can I inspect if he's got like Can I inspect this person a little bit more? Like what?
Yeah, give me a perception check while Gowain is heading over there.
I'll start with the kids.
And I was gonna look for a key if you can't open it with the crowbar, but that's after.
Yeah, there's no like actual like locks on them, but they're like not like clicking locks, but there are latches that are in place that combined together would prevent anyone from opening it up even a bit forcefully. So you gotta it takes a little bit of time trying to undo these bit by bit.
I already spent away. Good luck.
You're taking a look over this guy. He's not wearing a shirt, and his pants are like kind of like tattered up to rags. He's got some like shoes on, but like beyond that, you can't see. Like it looks like he might be sitting on something, or the cage might just be so small. It's hard to tell the way he's angled. He's very condensed in that cage. As you're undoing all these latches on the outside, Gowain, you finally pop it open. You kind of pushes the cage door open like in a panic. Just kind of like get out of that, and he just kind of pushes his way beside you, like onto like the gear post, and see the exasperated, heavily breathing man looking at each of you. What if the witches? Where are they? Wild eye in his.
And Lyre says, "One down, a couple more to go."
No. Hate you.
Excellent. Oh, perfect. I'll give you fading inspiration for that. Oh, you picked it up and used it real quick.
Sure.
Looks at each of you. Looks back towards the kids and helps you finish out the cages. You get the kids out first. One of the kids, a girl, kind of like a mess of hair. Both of them young, like maybe 4 or 5. The girl's kind of like still in her cage, just kind of looking back, everyone uncertainly. And like as soon as you open the cage at the other one, there's like a younger boy in there, like kind of brown hair, and he just kind of like calmly steps out and looks up at you, Aranea, expectantly. Hello.
Hello, what's your name?
Let's see. I'm. It's like if I
Question mark, question mark, question mark.
I can see real quick.
Randolph Scott.
I'm Mortis. What's your name?
I'm Aranea.
Is-
Is that your sister?
He looks over at her. No. Looks back at you. Hello.
I've got a
Not
good feeling about
laughing
this
in
kid.
character. Shush. I'm thinking.
Very unfazed by all this. The man just kind of looks. Well, if you've gotten some of them, then we should get out of here before the rest come back.
It does look like
I'm-
there's windows in this tower. Is the fog still thick out the windows?
It looks like there's a thick white covering on the outside of the window. Can't see anything.
Does this?
So yeah, it looks very thick.
Does the little boy in front of me? Does he look hurt in any way? Like any cuts or scratches or malnourished?
Give him a quick look over. It's kind of hard to tell. His clothes are a bit like loose fitting. It looks pretty dirty, but beyond that, not particularly. No.
Okay. I'm just gonna touch his shoulder and say, "Don't worry, everything's gonna be fine."
Okay.
At this point, Lyre feeds the last frog, the youth person.
Oh no.
So as you do, this frog looks as if you were to ever picture the ideal image of a frog,
Mm-hmm.
of pristine frog beauty. This would be it. It looks vibrant, full of froggy life. You've never seen a finer specimen, honestly.
Give me a fucking second. I know exactly what you're talking
And
about.
then
That's it.
I'm gonna keep this
And
frog.
then it dies.
I'm gonna keep this frog around. Can I like stuff it in like a coat pocket?
Yeah, you can step it. Go by it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I'm just holding on to the frog. All right.
And then, if it's
Lyre's not convinced.
and if it's okay, I'm
Alas.
just gonna head to the
There we
little
go.
girl and see if she's.
It's in the
okay.
memes.
Yeah. So the guy's alreght over there too, and he sees you kind of coming over. He's like, "Oh, Mara, these people are here to help. If we can come out and get away from these old ladies." And he looks over to you, Aranea. Aren't we here to help? He gives you a bit of a nod, like,
Oh yes, we're
Play
here to
along?
help.
see, Mara, we're all friends here.
Yeah.
She kind of looks between you two, like this kid looks terrified, but she kind of like grabs onto his hand and is already kind of like behind his leg, looking at all of you like you're untrusted material.
Do you want to see a magic trick?
Kind of
It's
staring.
a good thing to ask somebody who's been captured by witches, by the way.
He gives like a peek around. Is like, yes.
It's really funny. And then I'm just gonna cast prestidigitation. Prestidigitation. I'm just gonna make like little sparks fly. It'll be like different colors.
It's immediately like her demeanor changes. Like, wow.
Yeah. See.
Do it again. Do it again.
Do you have a favorite color?
Red.
Okay. And then I'll snap my fingers again, and it'll turn red.
Wow.
Yeah. See,
She is enthralled.
there's good magic and bad magic. It's just too bad you ran into the ones with. Oh, shut up, cat. She likes sitting on my
That's
lap.
familiar.
She's sitting on my freaking computer. And she says, it's too bad you ran into the ones that do the bad magic.
I didn't see any bad magic, just mean old ladies.
Did you see any other children around?
There was Boric, but he went down to have cake with them.
Oh, okay.
Boris dead.
Boris was fucking delicious, though.
No, no need talking about that. The man, he looks maybe about in his late 30s. Name's Brockus. It's good to meet all of you. You came at a lovely time. Morning Lord be with you. If you don't mind, I'd really like to get out of here.
Of course, we still have to investigate the last floor, though.
Never seen anyone go up there, but by all means.
I agree. We should leave as soon as possible, though. If she had sisters and they come back, we might be in trouble.
We'll be in a lot of trouble.
Well,
yes.
Just in case, we can be quick.
Yeah, and you can see that there's a ladder leading up to the top, and there appears to be a trapdoor on the ceiling. So yes, there is another floor.
I guess while everyone who wants to investigate the top floor is doing that, I'd like to head back to the bottom and start trying to look for like wooden furniture and stuff to try and light the sucker up when we leave.
Okay.
So I'll just start gathering furniture and wood and scraps into the ground floor.
Okay. Yeah. As you're in the higher floors, you notice that not all the windows are like sealed right, and there's like the higher up you go, the damper it is. And as you're at the top, Aranea, there's a domed chamber in here filled with old machinery, and you can see that the pillar does come up here and ends here. And there's kind of like a slight movement to it, as it might be catching some wind. But as you guys came in, you could see like all the fabric that was attached to the windmills has been worn away, and only like not all the slats are even still present on it. And you can see it kind of like slightly moving, as if maybe it caught a bit of wind, kind of like a dying breath per se, and just like that creaking up here. As you're kind of looking around, you see a bit of that fog. And the top of the chamber, as if it's kind of creeping in from a slit in the dome of the ceiling. It's kind of filling up the room faster.
I would probably leave at this point.
As you do, like you can see, it's kind of like look up. It's like someone's blowing thick plumes of this fog into the room, and you're like, nope, not today.
Nope.
Let's close the trap door.
It's like curiosity, and I'm like, nah. And then, if there is like maybe a broom or something, I'd like to. Is there a way to like lock it?
There is a bit of a latch on this side, so you could lock it on this side. Yeah.
Okay.
You just grab like there's this is a very unkempt area. There's many broken bones, and there's many broken wooden objects in here as well.
I'll just pick a broken wooden piece of wood or something and just try to lock it and say, we definitely don't want to go up there, and I'm really worried the fog is poisonous, just in case. Unless I'm talking to myself and Aranea hasn't realized.
Gowain is headed downstairs already, but I think Lyre is still animal experimenting right now.
Okay.
Oh, I'm all done.
Okay. Yeah, heading down to the bottom. Both of the kids and Brockus are there, and he's kind of got.
Sorry, he's upside down.
He's kind of got Mara on his shoulder and kind of tugging the small boy along. As looks out in the fog. Well, now as good a time as any to get out while the visibility's low.
Yep, Lyre just wants to take a quick look at the damp barrel.
Okay.
I might also try and grab a frog and toss it into the mist and see if anything happens to it, since we're experimenting on animals.
It dies.
Arena is just gonna watch and be like, that's how you do your science, isn't it? Starts writing down
Yes.
Run
So
free, little frog.
the barrel has a lid on top of it, and as you get closer, there's a bit of a smell coming from it, but can't really tell what it is. It isn't labeled on the outside.
Can I like give a genuine effort to sniff it out and see if I can figure out what that smell is?
Boris.
Like take my time.
Give me a
and-
nature check.
Sure.
A whole lot like Boris.
Picking up a frog and tossing out in the mist. You're at croak and go out in the mist. You can't see it. You don't hear anything loud come out of it.
Kill it.
Taking a big waft of it, it's very acrid. Oof. A lot of sulfur.
I take a frog and I drop it in.
As you open it up, you see this kind of like dark greenish black fluid as you kind of drop the frog in.
Yeah.
It's kind of like oil where like
Stand back.
lump falls down into it,
Mhm.
and as it goes, it covers the frog. There's like it's completely still again, as if the frog had no resistance or no chance.
Good to know.
Are there other glasses, vials around here?
Yeah, there's a couple vials, empty vials, and a couple wooden cups in the cupboard.
Can the vials be like closed? Like, is there stoppers for the vials?
There's stoppers for the vials.
Can I attempt to fill the vials carefully with the that liquid?
Sure.
Okay.
You can add 3 vials of windmill ichor.
Joe, you're just like this motherfucker.
Experimentation leads to profit.
Okay.
And the rest of the frogs in the crate, what happened to them?
They're all around the room.
Yeah.
It is quite loud down here.
I think the crate's like half. It sounded like you said like half of them got out.
Yeah, about 30
I
of the
think-
50 got out, so there's still like 20 frogs in there.
Yeah. So
Well, we should probably shoo the frogs out of the building, right?
They'll get out if it catches on fire.
Lyre's
You're
just
not
huge
here
bird.
at the moment. You're dead in Valhalla. So shut up.
Yeah. So the guy is
We
kind of
don't
like
know.
covering Mara's eyes and kind of like pointing at the dead guy, like, we're gonna go before anyone sees anything that gives them some nightmares. It's been a pleasure. If you all see me in Vallaki, then I'll give you all a good place to stay for the night. Or talk to my good friend. He's at the Blue Water Inn, and his name is
Morgan Bjornsson.
no. God, I completely forgot it now. You threw me off. His name's Martikov. He's one of the Martikovs. But pleasure meeting all of you. Thank you for saving our lives. And he kind of takes his other hand away. Morning, Lord bless you. And runs out into the fog.
Can I have
Yep,
that written
and
down?
Lyre-
Sorry.
Go ahead first.
I just wanted to get the name written down.
Mardkov, Blue Water Inn.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Mardkov? Mardikov. Okay. Very Russian. So, well, not necessarily.
Eastern European.
Yeah, Eastern European. Yeah.
Slav.
Gotcha.
He's Polish, damn it.
Yes.
Okay, well, Lyre looks like he wants to get out of here.
Yes, Aranea as well.
He's
Um,
So does Jorgen.
Jorgen's body would have been outside on the cart,
Oh,
not in there. My apologies.
Lyre
He's a
just,
body at this point.
Lyre just kind of gives a last glimpse of Jorgen. I don't know if anybody's made the effort to close the eyelids as you do, but as he does that, he says, he says, "Get the fuck out of here."
Fucking love
He
you,
gives him a little hug, and then and that's it.
I just want to point out nobody's fucking taken his gold yet.
Aranea is going to go over to Jorgen's body and she's gonna try and wait until nobody sees.
Takes
And
his
she's
fucking
just
gold.
going to say, Jorgen, I know that we didn't always see eye to eye, but you were a very honorable warrior. And I know that you would probably be okay with this. And I am going to try to stealthily take his money.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
You don't need money in Valhalla. You just need booze and a hammer.
You see, you guys. Well, I mean, only Lyre really sees as
Okay.
as.
Although
not even
Lyre
that. Give me. Sorry, pause.
although
real
Lyre
quick.
has probably the best passive perception out of everybody.
Give me a sleight of hand check with advantage. You are in dense, obscuring fog.
True.
Lyre, you see as Aranea goes up there, kind of pays her respects.
Mhm.
She kind of interposes a bit of a garb in the way. You see her kind of like quite obviously grab something and kind of tuck it away, and give a bit of a nod, like "You meant a lot." And walks away.
You
He
fat
notices and doesn't do anything.
So I guess if I've managed to make some sort of pile of maybe flammable stuff in the bottom of this windmill, I might go ask Aranea, do you have some sort of magical fire that could get this thing going? I could try and light it with a torch or whatever, but if you have something that burns hotter than that, it might be good.
Let's see.
Are you trying to light something specific?
I think I had made just a pile of like flammable.
There's also,
wood.
I mean, at the bottom, at the oven, there is coal set aside and
Yeah.
some firewood. Like there's plenty at the bottom in addition to what you brought.
Yeah, if
Okay.
Lyre hears, he would just like if you have something prepared. Did you have something prepared that you wanted to light right away, or are you just like asking?
Just as we're leaving, I'd like to light this place up. So.
Well, I
yeah.
don't have anything other than a spell, but I didn't really want to use anymore just in case we run into any other hags.
Yes.
Lyre just sort of holds a hand out to you, and you feel a bit of warmth for a second.
I know, Lyre could help.
Using Druid craft.
Yep. So it's obviously that he's ready to do so.
Okay.
It's
All right. Well,
if
we're ready to leave. If we're ready to leave, let's haul the wagon out of here with Jorgen and burn their house down.
Okay.
As you guys head out, the croaking continuing inside of the windmill.
Yeah, when everybody's like out of the building, Lyra is just gonna do Druid craft to light. It says it's oh, you know what? It only says to snuff out. It doesn't necessarily say to start one.
That's
So-
what mine says about prestidigitation.
Yeah, but he does have a tinderbox, and he's got decent survival, so he can probably get one going.
Yeah, I mean, so you don't even need a. With what's in there, you don't even need to make a roll with a tinderbox. It's simple enough. And it's been prepared for ready quick fires already, so it's unnecessary. So as you kind of take it to light and you step back, you leave the pyre of the windmill there. So if you guys kind of take a step back further away from it as it catches ablaze, each of you hear hauntingly off in the distance a bell tolling. You guys can continue and make out the road as you guys travel down, but the pace is far slower as you guys head down the road. The fog hasn't abated. It's still blocking your view, your vision. As the road starts winding a bit, and in ways you guys don't really remember it heading. You don't remember it being this curvy. Each of you hear coming from the direction that you're heading a like someone heavy boots plopping through mud quickly. And as you guys hear that rapidly approaching, you hear like something massive, heavy, also drowning out whatever was coming before. As let me put you guys on the map first.
Are we able to get off the road before this happens?
You guys can, but you can barely see around you as the fog is still dense and obscuring much. Bursting out of the fog immediately, what you guys can see is what appears to be a large skin, kind of gaunt metal bird, this large pointed beak, as if a vulture was encapsulated in like a statue, coming to a quick stop, skewing mud upon most of you. As you can see this scrawny limbed figure stop in front of you. The pounding sound as two red eyes kind of coming through the distance come from behind it. As I need you all to roll initiative.
Oh no. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, but it'd be cooler if we didn't.
See this gaunt figure, strange, covered in metal, with this kind of bird-like face, stop in front of all of you, looking uncertain. You also see kind of the silhouette of a figure behind it lift up this large axe as it goes to take a swing at him.
Crit me right off the bat.
Good. Man, I hope he has to reroll again. That'd be fucking hilarious.
As it just, you hear the grinding of metal as it cleaves down on the back of this, whatever this thing person is. So he takes 9 points of slashing damage.
Awesome.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Aranea.
Okay, so yeah, so for a bonus action, I'm going to I'm gonna take out a potion of healing and say, I'm really glad I have this in case of emergencies. So I'm going to drink that. I think that's right. Well, that
Remember,
helped.
you have handouts that tell you how much healing potions heal.
Yep, I do.
Okay, so
Damn.
you heal 10 points of healing.
Perfect.
And then
You drink it, you feel immensely better.
And then I am going to I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, you can see as these figures are kind of like moving and shifting around the fog that it's kind of clearing up a little bit of space, but things didn't move too much, the fog might start to creep in a bit more. But yes, you most certainly can.
So
No?
that is
Okay.
a 7.
Please roll the lower damage die.
Oh, my bad.
Plus, you're
Sorry.
attacking the bird-looking thing.
Okay. As you see, some of it kind of like immediately rust in front of you. Whatever this thing is, it looks appears to be made of like pure metal, as its two like red eyes kind of like turn and pivot towards you now. All of a sudden, Lyre, or if you're done with your turn,
Yes, and that is the end of my turn.
Lyre is your turn.
Cool. So there's a like a beaky looking creature in front of us. Is that the red-eyed one, or is that the one behind?
Yeah, so there's a kind of like a beaky looking kind of like picture of a artist's vision of this metal bird, or like a person that looks like a metal bird in front of you that just got slashed by this large suit of black metal armor with an axe with the red eyes. So the
Okay.
red eyes are behind further.
Well, the red eyes thing seems to be much more aggro than anything else. So I'm gonna go ahead and can I like actually see it like even just a little bit?
Since they've moved and they're displacing all this air, yeah, the fog's kind of cleared around them a bit. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna frostbite it.
Okay.
DC 13 con.
Okay. This is nope. Succeeds. Okay. So as you kind of like reach out, the fog kind of pulls in, starts dropping down, but unaffects the creature. Does not affect the creature.
And then I run behind my compatriots.
In fashion.
Yeah.
Rock, is your turn as you see all these creatures, all these people in front of you, as you kind of stumbled upon them running away from your pursuer. It seems your brief stop, the pursuer has caught up with you. What do you do?
Well, hearing the bell, seeing the frostbite gather around, or I more so felt that as the slash in the back. He's gonna kind of look at this group and then ball up his right fist, and as he turns around, you just see like almost a Tesla coil kind of pop out of his shoulder and start charging up, and he's gonna fucking throw a haymaker at this motherfucker. Why didn't it do the fucking attack roll too? Oh, sorry. It's the attack roll.
Okay.
Oh, awesome. Shit damage. Still. Is what it is.
It's really hard to break that apart to see the actual crit damage.
Yeah, no, the crit damage was the additional 1. I rolled a 2 and a 1 on the damage dice there. So
Okay.
nice.
All right. So as you can see, this slimmer, gaunter caricature of a bird in a sense, kind of pull back, see the kind of like sparking in his shoulders, tries to punch back at this creature. You see a kind of like a small pulse of electricity, similar akin to what you can do, Aranea, with Shock and Grasp, but far different presentation. It seems affected. Okay, but it seems also to be very persistent and very hardy still.
Okay, and then he's gonna fucking book it a little bit more. He'll book it like 20 more feet this way.
Okay.
Lyre seems even more discouraged.
So as you attempt to leave this area right here, it pulls out its left hand battle axe, put down its right, and it opens up. Its hand kind of spreads open, and a net shoots out. Make a strength saving throw.
Oh, good. I'm really good at these.
Please let that be an ironic statement.
100% ironic.
Good enough. So as it kind of wraps around you for a moment, you lose half your speed, but you break out of it to not get caught in it. You take 2 points of slashing damage.
That's fine.
But you are not restrained, and you have lost half your movement. But you can continue to move.
Okay. So points. Apply damage. So I lost half my movement, so that's 5. So I got. I could still move to about there.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
You can.
I'm just kidding.
You most certainly can. Roll.
So yeah, he's just.
All right. With that, Gowain, you can see as this other figure kind of runs by past you a bit further in the distance. You can see the fog kind of like sweeping in, as you can kind of hear like a whirring sound coming in front of you of where that creature was.
Well, I guess I'm gonna try and move to where it looked like this guy was running from. Oh. Whip out my sword and take a healthy swing at it. Using my Great Weapon Master, because that's worked so well for me to this point.
Okay, go ahead and take a Great Weapon Master swing. It just misses.
Oh.
As you go to take you brace yourself, you go to take a big swing. The mud betrays you as you lose a bit of your footing, and you go to swing, and kind of like the tip of it scrapes across the chest plate of the armor, as it seems unfazed by you, still looking back at your compatriots. Anything else?
Nope, that's good for now.
Okay. Elena?
Elena's gonna move like right here,
Okay.
and she is going to. You know what? She is going to step a little bit closer to this dude.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So right about here where Gowain is.
Okay.
And she is going to attack with her hand axe.
Okay. Make an attack roll. That'll hit.
And then she is going to summon her spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Oh, that'll fucking hit.
She's going to summon it right behind him.
Okay. That'll definitely hit.
Shit. Wow. Okay.
Okay. As you kind of like slash into it, it kind of like leaves a streak in the armor, and as you pull back, like a little bit of orangish reddish light kind of peeks out from it, and as it kind of shifts towards you a bit, kind of pulling the large battle axe back, there's a sudden like lurch forward as it gets hit behind. You can hear like some metal on metal as it clams onto it. Good.
And that ends my turn.
Okay. Is going to take a swing at you, Elena. It's done the most
Come
damage.
at me, bitch.
Let's see.
At disadvantage. As it goes to swing, like there's a just from somehow the wound, like the punch that Rock made, it like flares up and sparks and kind of just disorients it enough to where it's at disadvantage.
Is that part of your ability?
That is part of the ability. I can
Please link it in the ability next time.
Oh, sorry.
But no.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Just gonna attack twice because it'll be easier. Okay. Perfect. as it does go to swing at you, there is a spark of electricity as it kind of as its right hand just opens up immediately, and the axe just crashes into the ground, throwing up a slew of mud, just covering your and Gowain's legs with mud as it pulls back the axe. It's a hand operational again, and kind of pivots over towards Gowain. Maybe Gawain's the one that tried attacking it. It's not sure. It's done with its turn.
So, like, in response to it flinging dirt at me, and Gowain, I'm gonna be like, you're gonna eat dirt next time, bitch.
Okay.
Joe, I can't figure out how to actually link it from fucking D&D Beyond, but here's a screenshot of it.
D&D Beyond. Okay. Just remind
Because
me every time. I'm not too familiar with Artificer. So
Yeah.
future reference. We're going to continue on. Aranea.
All right, I am going to look at Lyre, and I'm going to say stick close to me, and I'm going to step a little bit more deeper into the fog, and then I'm going to head over to Elena and say, can I see your weapon for a second? Your hand axe.
Okay.
And I'm
This
gonna cast the magic weapon spell on it.
Yep. This is all happening in like 6 seconds. It's a quick exchange. It's kind of Elena kind of knows what's going on. Kind of holds her weapon back as you kind of run your hands over it. Arcane runes kind of glimmering over the surface briefly before it becomes nondescript, just regular hand axe. But you can feel the energy in it now thrumming, Elena. So remember, make sure that you remember to add +1 to hit and damage when you swing.
Yeah. And then the only other thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cast Toll of the Dead again.
Okay.
Is it missing any of its HP?
It is.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Yeah, with that, you kind of hear that whirring kind of pause for just a second, Aranea, as it continues on again. A slight sputter, but Lyre, you can see all your allies kind of like rushing through the fog, fearless, all of them. It's inspiring and comforting since you're further back.
He's going to take his little star chart and squeeze it into or pull it into a bow as he takes on the starry form archer.
Okay.
And then he's going to step up a little bit, and he finds what all the hubbub is about, and he's going to kind of dip over Gawain's shoulder to take a shot with his little bow.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
Oof.
That misses, buddy. So as you take a quick step over from Gawain's side, some of that fog kind of like creeps in your vision as you fire off a shot. It's as if the fog kind of like shifts out of the way, and where you thought it wasn't. As you're seeing things, as it skews further in the back, you kind of hear like a soft chuckle behind you.
Behind me. Okay.
Yep.
I assume like I can't do any perceptions, but I'll like I'll look over like real quick.
Just kind of like looking quickly. It's just dense fog.
Okay. And then I'll get really tight in there with the... That's it.
Okay. Rock.
All right. He's going to take the same hand that he fucking punched the guy with and apply it to himself. And anybody who can hear, you just hear him say, "Administering healing serum." And he will do. He will cast Cure Wounds on himself for 6 damage. That's fine. 5, 10, 15, 20. And he'll move right up, back up in there.
Okay. Like it. Gowain, you see, you're completely surrounded by your allies, and this
Bird.
other creature person is kind of taking up arms with you, beside you.
Feeling engaged. I need this.
All right, I'm going to take a big swing again.
Okay. That'll hit.
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
Great
Yeah.
Weapon Master, when it hits.
So this time you kind of plant your foot firm down into the muck, and you take a swing, pivoting hard as it cleaves hard into this black metal. You kind of rip open a large piece of it up front, and you can see kind of like this light exposes a bit more of it, lighting up the area a bit. You see kind of like gears and cogs in there. There's looks like a small, extremely bright fire on the inside. As it kind of like steps back, and you hear the gears stop and sputter, like twisting metal. That definitely hurt it quite a bit, but it's still standing.
Alright, that's it for me.
Okay. Elena. That'll miss. Even with a +1, that'll miss. You're silent, by the way.
I gotta get used to this thing. Anyway, she's going to use her spiritual weapon.
Okay. That'll hit. Okay. So as you go to swing at it, your axe kind of clips the part that was ripped open by Gowain's, and kind of like a snag there. Like if you ever got your nails snagged on cloth, it kind of like takes away the force of it and kind of like redirects it. You can pull your arm back before you get wrenched in there, and as you do, before it can strike forward at you at this opportunity once more, kind of like pounding this metal creature's hamstring, kind of buckles down as it takes damage from the spiritual weapon. And your turn?
Yep.
Okay. It's going to hit Gowain because you hurt it a lot. It's going to take a swing with his axe at you for an 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 8 points of slashing damage as it cleaves into you a bit and pulls back. Not nearly as much as you dealt to it, but definitely has some heft behind it. Okay, and that'll be the end of its turn. Aranea?
I am, if I'm able to just move past and be like, excuse me, Elena, pardon me, I'm just gonna move over here, and I'm going to just reach out and use Shocking Grasp on it.
Okay. Yeah, that'll definitely hit. As seeing electricity already prove effective once you kind of reach out as this kind of like spider web travels off your hand through your finger, and as it touches the creature, it kind of spreads into like a, like if you were to look at a root system of a plant, it just spreads rapidly all across it, shocking and traveling across its body. It kind of convulses back. This takes 4 points of damage.
And that is my turn.
Okay. Lyre.
All right, he's going to do a frostbite and bow combo.
Okay.
So he'll roll a Constitution saving throw, and I will do an attack. Tough scene.
Okay. So as you kind of like knock back an arrow, as you shoot this white arrow, it kind of takes on this bluish hue. All the light all but dissipating as if engulfed by the fog as it hits, but that blue still hitting, and you see ice form over its outside exterior, and you see like a flick of the metal kind of break off if it's too brittle. Okay.
Excellent. And it gets a disadvantage imposed on its next attack.
Okie dokie. 6 damage. Okay. Rock.
Seeing as the tide has turned and not necessarily his favor, but definitely not in that thing's favor, he's going to ball up his fist once more, and the Tesla coil kind of whirs up, and he's going to lay down another fucking punch on the thing.
Okay.
Also, Just as a reminder for shocking grass, the creature.
No reactions.
Yeah, no reactions. Forgot
Yep.
to mention that.
So you kind of like reach out, and this electricity starts channeling on your arm as it starts traveling down. It quickly reverses back up your suit. You're like, oh no! As you kind of like shoot, you throw your arm out to your right, to kind of like discharge the rest of this before it goes horribly wrong. It kind of like shocks the ground, drying it all around you immediately, Gowain, but not hurting you as sparks are dancing around your feet. You feel a bit nervous though. That's a miss.
That's a big old miss. Do I have any fucking bonus action spells? I don't think I do. Action. Yep, that's my turn.
Gowain.
I'm gonna do it again.
I'm gonna do the thing.
Do that thing that I do. Oops, there's that thing that I do. That thing.
Nice, buddy.
Yep.
Oh, fuck! Wait a second.
As the ground was like dried out underneath you, you're like, this is it. This is my stage. You put your feet down once more, your stage collapses out from underneath of you as it's slick with mud. Take a swing, and it misses.
You think Bless would help you the better, Gowain?
Big oof. Big oof. Big oof.
End of your turn, buddy?
Yep.
Okay. Elena.
Okay, so first, Elena's not gonna hit with her great axe, or her axe. Sorry, not gun, Dara. She's going to, in fact, let's see, could she cast Bless and then hit with her spiritual weapon, or no?
Yes.
No, she's going to cast Bless on her, Gowain, and this motherfucker.
Okay.
Thank you.
And that's to help you there, bud. And then she's going to attack with her spiritual weapon.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
21.
That'll hit.
Right.
Surprising.
Has that spiritual weapon missed yet?
So just the 5.
Yep.
But as this light surrounds each of you, and kind of like a gentle caress of wind comes down, each of you feel more confident you'll be able to attack, or some of you feel more confident that your machinery might not explode on you. Regardless, it's rather
Experimental.
comforting.
And that one in my turn.
Okay. The machine is going to take its axe and then sharply turn left and take a swing at Aranea
Aww.
for a 17 to hit.
Oof.
I'm gonna use my reaction to cast shield.
Hey!
Okay.
It's +5. So my AC is 19 for like a second. I'm like, nope. Please don't hit me.
Do you have mage armor on?
Yes.
She had it going into the
Yes.
Yes.
Windmill.
She did.
I do have mage armor on.
Okay.
Oh, does it not work with mage armor?
No, it's fine. You're fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Just as it goes, it swings, and you can feel the force kind of clatter against the shield that you toss off of like solidified air,
Oh.
like kind of like pushing on a thin sheet of ice. You can feel it like almost breaking in front of you as you stop the swing of this machine as it pulls back. It's your turn.
Well, seems like this is the only thing that's going to work. And I'm going to just keep using shock and grasp on it. Oof.
Okay. As you go to kind of like reach out, a little trepidation hits you as you spark a little too soon, and it doesn't connect.
Oh well. Your turn, Lyre. That's the end of my turn.
All right. I'm gonna do what I do best.
Coward.
Run away. Hide.
Impose disadvantage and do a light bit of damage.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh, I bet it hits this time.
Yeah, this time I'm shooting your arrow out. It strikes and lights up the outside of this kind of the brightest black you've ever seen, as it's kind of like a glossy white that goes over the entirety of this machine before it fades off, and you see bits of that kind of fleckling off in the air. So
Was the ice effective in this case?
It was not.
Okay, fair enough.
End of your turn. Yep. Rock.
I'm happy where I'm at.
Cursing quietly about his damn armor not working. He's going to steady himself and do the same damn thing again. He's got to punch the damn thing. Tesla coil doing his thing.
That'll hit.
Alright, so let's do some damage.
Okay.
And then, as a bonus action, you're going to see, like, the armor kind of, like, almost like the feather looks of it kind of, like, sprout up and kind of emit, like, a strange, like, green mist over his body, giving himself 3 temporary hit points.
Okay. As a mist kind of goes around your body, it kind of turns into this kind of like swirling fog around you. Not how it normally works, but you've seen Stranger.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Does it also have disadvantage?
a disadvantage on anything except me.
Okay. Gowain.
All right. Well, feeling the blessing flow through me, I'm going to
Swing for the
think
fences.
to the fundamentals, thinking of the footwork, and I'm going to swing for the fences again.
You know, if you miss again, I don't know if you're going to be the first person who gets picked back up. You know what I mean?
He did.
What happened? I went to the bathroom. What happened?
Did you? The biggie one?
All right.
Wait, who died? I went to the washroom and I missed everything.
So as you take your blade and you pull back, this time confident, as you swing down into it, you cleave its helmet in half as it falls apart. As you kind of like cleave down further, there's this strange sound in front of you that's a bit unnerving as you see those gears going faster and faster as that bright core inside of it starts becoming brighter and brighter. I need all of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh shit!
Great.
Good job, Gowain.
10 foot radius, right?
Say what?
10 foot or more radius, right?
Yes. Dex.
And those who have bless, throw that fucking D4.
Oh yeah.
Even if I had it, wouldn't help me.
I'm sorry, I misread. 5 foot radius. Lyre. you're
Okay. Lyre's good, yeah.
Cool. You're gonna watch everybody die. It'll be
Too bad
great.
I already rolled good. Yeah, I guess. Well, I guess
Remember,
that-
everyone gets a funeral, okay?
Lyre's gonna fly
So
away.
everyone that rolled below 13, you take 9 points of fire damage.
But
Anyone that rolled 13 or above, you take 4 points of fire damage.
Okay, well that was.
As it just explodes out in this wave of heat and metal, like molten metal that sprays onto all of you, except Lyre. Gowain takes the blow for you. You feel a bit of kinship, that bond of him taking that strike for you. You don't take anything. That.
I hide behind things.
God, here I thought somebody died, like a dexterity saving throw. Jesus Christ, guys.
I'm
Somebody
at
did
1
die.
HP.
So, this here Birdman is going to... First things first, the most important thing, he's going to start looking over this damn clockwork bastard and pulling anything that looks somewhat useful and just shoving it into a bag that doesn't look like it should be able to hold this much shit. And he's just shoving anything useful into it.
It's pretty much all scrapped.
Arena's just
Yep.
standing there and just gonna say, hello, with a wave. I'm Aranea. What's your name?
He's gonna pause for a second, look up. My name is Rock. Rock the Vulture.
Is that some type of armor? It's quite interesting.
Yes, it is of my own design. And
What
actually,
was that thing chasing you, and why?
Apparently it did not like me delving into the ruins it's guarded. He's gonna notice that Elena is hurt pretty fucking badly, and he's going to reach out, and assuming she doesn't pull away, he's going to administer a healing serum on her.
Yeah, you
Oh,
see these kind of
God.
like long, gangly fingers kind of reach out for you over this unmoving bird guy's.
Aranea's
Do you
just
pull
like
away?
watching, just in
Just fucking-
case.
You know what? I'll just walk into it.
Just end me now, please, sweet oblivion.
Yeah.
You receive 10 points of healing.
Fuck.
The pain's still there, but it's less.
Who else?
Thank you so much.
So like, so she's still wounded. Like, who's like all wounded here, so that I can kind of like belt these out.
I'm
Laura's gonna do a little bit of a like a triage here.
I'm somewhat hurt.
Okay, here's one for Aranea. Elena was hurt. Here's one for Elena. Was there anybody else who's hurt?
I'm like hurt a little bit, but if there's anyone in more need of it, I could.
I'm a little
I
bit
got
hurt too,
I
but-
got Gowain if you got me.
Okay, I'm gonna get you, Aro, Rock it was. So 6 to Aranea, 9 to Elena, 8 to Rock.
Perfect.
With this, as you guys are kind of taking a moment and healing up,
Oh.
you did the opposite.
Yeah.
Heather, make sure
I
you guys
know.
have. As you guys are kind of healing up and taking a moment, the fog starts receding for each of you, and you get a clear view of everything around you again.
That's
The
for
fire-
Gowain.
Oh, thank you.
As Lyra heals Rock, he's just gonna say, "Good day."
Yes, good day. Strange weather we're having.
Hi. What can I do for you?
Come here often.
No, in fact, I to be completely honest, this looks nothing like from where I just was.
Barovia.
Yeah, welcome to Barovia. by the way.
Yeah. Also, there's no sun. I hope that isn't a problem.
I'm taking this all in character. He looks
Do you
awkwardly
think he's
off the distance.
broken, Elena?
What is it? Is there danger?
Is she in the well again?
Do you know somebody
Sorry.
named Will Robinson? Sorry.
I'm sorry, we were discussing dinner plans, and I had to make raviolis on
Oh,
Wednesday.
okay.
So, so I completely fucking missed after the welcome to Barovia part.
Oh, there's no sun, by the
there's no
way.
light
I hope there's
here,
no.
yeah.
I hope that's not a problem. Is sunlight a problem for you?
No, I could see quite well in the dark, thankfully.
Yeah, looking back at this group of people, you can see that there's the four of them, and there's like a bit further behind them. There's kind of like a busted up cart. But beyond that, you see in the distance, like with this fog clearing, you can see there's this massive like pyre of a building, the way that they were coming from on fire. If that's maybe unsettling to you or maybe comforting, but they have a cart that's pretty busted.
Do you feel strangely attracted to this cart?
I'm gonna mute. I'm so.
I can't say that I do. Should we be concerned about that? He's gonna point to the window that's on fire.
That was
No.
us. We did that. It was some evil witches in there
Mhm.
cooking children into pies.
I'm gonna
You-
insight check that.
Insight check.
I'm not lying, so
I know, but like he doesn't fucking believe it.
I
He's
mean,
he seems
ahead.
tired. But he also seems like pretty straightforward. Like, look, man, this is how it is.
This is very true. I found finger bones in one of them, one of the pastries.
Right. We're going the opposite way of the burning building, right?
yes. So you were somewhere and then you were running away into the fog. Is that what happened?
I didn't choose the fog. The fog just came up around me,
Mhm.
and then you were here. So it's beyond fascinating, but it's not what I would call ideal.
Did a very
Yeah.
strange, good-looking kind of man come up to you, kind of snarky,
Mhm.
and greeted you?
Not that I know of. Nope.
Hmm.
Do you have
That
any
seems to be
letters
the way-
on you?
Nope.
we appeared in this land through a fog as well. So welcome to not a great place.
Wonderful. Should we be going then, or where are all of you going exactly? Are we leaving this place?
At
Did
this
you
time,
want?
Arena
Oh.
kind of like comes up behind all of you and comes and joins all of you on the road as the fog is cleared, and there's a giant beacon behind you of where you guys were, and kind of looks to all of you and. What, I see that most of you are right. I don't recognize this one. Her hands kind of see this woman, a hand on her sword, kind of approaching. Where's Jorgen?
He died.
That's fucking blunt.
Elena.
Yeah, it's got like a little bit of a slap at her face. She's like, "Sorry to hear. Where is he?"
He's burning.
No,
well,
he's in the cart. We are going to give him a proper send off when we get somewhere we can
yeah,
be safe.
he's kind
Arena takes a step and looks back at the cart. I don't see him there. You guys can see looking back at the cart, there is no body on it.
Oh, you bastard!
What? Did we leave him in the inn or the
What?
mill?
I...
I thought we brought him with us.
Nah,
Didn't
he
we?
got up and walked off.
Are there? Okay. Does it look like?
Is
Does it look like somebody got up and walked away?
Looking at the cart and around it, there's like, it looks like maybe like 6 feet off, just a pair of footprints started walking, and then came to the cart, turned around
Lyre.
and gone.
Lyre just sort of sighs and says, "Wonderful."
Okay, so out of character, that laughter that Aaron heard was Jorgen giggling and then just walking away, going hee hee hee, I'm alive, and then walked away. Is that what basically happened?
That's it. You got it.
I could only
Out of
hope so.
character, Arena's like totally calm and she's normal. She's like, well, I mean, maybe he became one of those Where did he go, sister? Rainey's completely confused. She's just sputtering. She's like, but how? But Gowain.
Arena takes her hand, puts it on your shoulder. If you see him again, ram your blade through his throat as soon as you can. He's no longer himself. Barovia has taken him.
God damn it.
She's kind of just giving you this look of like, listen, this is how it is.
Do you have
Nodding
one
both
that
his
I?
face. Got it.
Do you have one that I can borrow? And Rainy looks. She's like, I have a stick. And she looks at her quarterstaff that she's been like using as a walking stick.
She'll
Use it.
she'll pull out a dagger out of her her belt. I still have a sword. It's better than nothing. She hands you a dagger.
Okay.
Can we track this trail from the cart? I don't think Jorgen would want to be stuck in this place, even if his soul has moved on. His body deserves a send off, a pyre.
It looks like 6 feet from the cart, a pair of footprints started and then headed towards the cart and then went to the left of the cart, and like 3 steps, it's gone. It didn't look like Jorgen got up and hopped off. It looked like someone approached the cart.
Yeah, someone took Jorgen's body, I think.
Fuck.
While this is going on, Rock's gonna walk up to the cart and just start inspecting it. And potentially tinkering with it to make it actually roll better.
Yeah, no idea who these people are or what dead guy they're talking about. This cart has definitely seen better days. Like, there apparently was like a small area to cover the goods on you put on it. That's been broken. It's been destroyed. It looks like the wheels are on their last legs. You could do a lot of work to this and make it a lot better, easily.
With mending and tinker's tools and all that sort of stuff.
Easily.
Wonderful.
Oh yes.
Well, they're talking. He's fucking working, because it's what he fucking does. So
Okay.
you want me to roll up fucking anything?
Depends how long you're all staying here.
However long they're fucking talking.
But,
Rainey's just checking to see if everybody's okay and if everybody's ready to go.
I'm ready. And fuck that cart.
You were this close to giving my wish, motherfuckers. Be like, hey, let's build a pyre. Hey, let's put him on the cart. That was it. Burn him.
Okay, so as you guys look back at the cart, your newfound traveling companion with you, the dead no longer with you at all. Your path lays open. You see off in the distance, I would say actually, the first person to go back over to the cart, and I see that there is nobody there. There is a letter on the cart.
Goddamn it.
Where Jorgen's body is. A similar looking letter.
God damn it, Strahd. Why you gotta be such a dick?
An invitation.
God damn it.
Identical to the one that you found before.
Yo, homies, what's up?
Can I read? Can I read the letter?
Yeah, you can.
Do you need my rendition, Joe?
No. Okay, for the actual one.
Aw,
Let's see.
I thought mine was pretty close.
Hardly.
Maybe if Strahd was set in like 1995 or something.
Is he not? He's timeless, just like the 90s.
Strahd 84.
You read too much Queen of the Damned.
I'm looking
did.
for it, Lexi. Got it somewhere.
Is it not in the handout?
There we go. Yeah, so go to player handouts, text handouts, and it's Strahd's invitation.
Okay.
So I'll read it once more. My friends, know that it is I who have brought you to this land, my home, and know that I alone can release you from it. I bid you dine at my castle so that we can meet in civilized surroundings. Your passage here will be a safe one. I await your arrival. Your host, Strahd von Zarovich.
Immediately, Elena's gonna look at Irina and she's going to say, "We are taking you to Vallaki. And then we're going to go find Jorgen's body with Strahd."
Gowain would nod in agreement.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate you taking me to Vallaki, but I would not want to see you throw your lives away going to face Strahd,
We
whatever
will go down
abomination he is.
fighting. It's fine. We will go down fighting. I don't give a damn. Jorgen
Lyre,
was my
Lyre,
friend.
Lyre looks between you and her like he's not necessarily agreeing with this.
Aranea is going to say, Elena, we have to think about this. This Strahd fellow is very dangerous, and
I am thinking about this.
I
This
think
is me thinking about it.
so. If you go
it
in
again.
there and you go to fight him, you'll just end up dead. We have to try to
We
find
have
out.
to get our friend's body back.
I think the best thing to do is to get to Vallaki and then find a place so that way I can sit and spend at least a day or two with this book. I won't even sleep.
You look like you need to sleep.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I'm fine, says Aranea, and she just pushes up her glasses and rubs her eyes. She says, I'm fine. I can
Okay.
read the book all night and I will stay up and I will take a point of exhaustion if I have to read this book.
God damn it, I wish I had sleep. I wish I had sleep.
Stop it, Lyre.
Hey DM.
Yeah.
I pull my handsome frog out of my pocket. It's still handsome.
Oh,
It still looks like the perfect specimen of a frog. Like, wow. Like, this is the frog. Out of the frogs, this is the frog.
I fucking
This guy.
posted in memes, man.
Put it back in the pocket. I'll feed it later.
I was hesitant to go to his castle, but given the fact that he's just shown up and basically spat in our faces a number of times now, I feel like if he wanted us dead, if he was going to attack us, he could do it.
He just hasn't.
Maybe he wants something. Maybe we can figure out what it is and get the hell out of here. Maybe we can get Jorgen's body back and give him his proper burial.
Yeah.
Send off. But I do agree that we should fulfill our promise to Irena to get her to Vallaki, and we need to gather ourselves a little bit at least. Seem like we're going to keep getting these letters. If nothing else, there's no unsubscribe option.
Saying it seems like he wants to talk to us, or is infatuated with us. I don't. It's neither here or there. But he wants to talk to us. I know that for sure.
Everyone that has gone to that castle has not come back. Don't throw your lives away.
I'm not going to that castle.
And what is this shit? He don't leave a freaking return address? How are we supposed to reach out to him?
She kind of points over to the looming castle in the distance. Everyone knows where he lives.
But what if we don't want to meet at the castle? What if we wanted to meet somewhere outside the castle? Then what?
Well,
I suspect he'll show up again just to talk some shit.
You know what? Arena's just, or not Arena. Freaking Elena is just gonna open her arms and say, Strahd, you piece of shit, come here.
Slight rumble in the skies.
Aranea,
Clouds kind of moving quickly about. Nothing appears.
Are you a fucking coward?
Lyre goes, shh.
Well, does everyone agree that at least we should get Aranea to Vallaki before we do anything else? We
I
can
agree.
continue our discussion on the road.
Trust me, I have a lot to say about it.
Perhaps there will be answers in the Church of the Morning Lord in Vallaki. Like other religious ones making that face.
yes, because a church with stone walls and a roof is really going to protect us.
You know what? You are exactly right.
Oh, you agree with me?
I agree with you 100%. Strahd, you're still a piece of shit, though.
I agree, but I would like to not be attacked, says Aranea. She looks at the sky.
Well, I will walk away. I will walk away a little bit that way. That way I can curse his name over and over and over again. Y'all won't have anything to do with it. Be all me. So yeah, Elena's just gonna walk away a little bit further, and she's going to cry out, like, obscenities at Strahd.
Okay.
Lyre kind of goes over to you, Aranea, and goes, she's probably going mad.
Oh, I agree.
Rocket, it looked like you were tinkering with the wagon, or this piece of shit cart.
Oh,
How-
he still is.
What's the quickest you could make it a little bit better? Just thinking if we could push the cart while Aranea sits in it and studies this book at night, it might give us some more insight into Strahd.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the entire time you've been having this tantrums, he's literally not said a thing. His fingers, the clawed-pointed fingers, have all kind of like opened up a little bit and are basically like screwdrivers and whatnot. And he's just tinkering away on like the wheels and the axles and everything. So I don't know if I need to fucking roll anything or.
Yeah, you can already see like some of the wheels up front have already had some of that black metal that he's picked up earlier affixed to it, and it looks significantly more durable and ready to suffer whatever you put it through already. And this has just been a short amount of time. Get this guy an hour, and you're probably gonna have this thing fixed up to be a primo shitty cart as opposed to just a shitty cart.
Is Uber Black
Essentially.
Barovia edition?
Goodness.
He's gonna look up for a second and just kind of give you a, what do you think I've been doing, with his hands, not even say anything, and just keep going back to work.
Well, it looks a little better already. Do we want to get on the road, or do we want to wait? I could, if we're going to wait an hour, I could sit and rest, but I'm ready to go now if we want to go.
I think I would feel better if we were traveling.
Okay. Heading back to the main road, similar to where you guys are situated, about right there. Make sure you're on the right map. I do. You guys come back to where Alex hitched his horse to a signpost that split between the windmill and further towards Vallaki. And you guys can see he's still he's by his horse, but right next to him you can see there's another one of those carriages facing the other way, the way you guys came. 2 horses, black carriage, still as a rock in nature. And you can see he's kind of taking some things off his horse and tossing it in the carriage. These are all
Alex
kind
is?
How far away is he?
He's further down the road, maybe 40 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna quickly pull out a copper wire and I'm gonna cast message and towards Alex and I'm gonna say, "Oh, hello there. We're heading to Vallaki. Would you like to join us?"
I need you to link me message.
Sure.
No, that's sending.
No, it's message. It's 120 feet.
No.
It's a person that.
Everybody but Aranea, please leave the chat.
What if I don't wanna?
I did a thing, guys. Oh no. Mm-hmm.
What did you say again?
I said, "Oh, hello there. We're heading to Vallaki. Would you like to join us?"
You hear a female voice respond back to you. No, I've taken up terms to speak with the ruler of these lands on his conditions for the people. It is unacceptable. Very prim and proper. You would most certainly say, especially with your background, that the voice coming from this woman is definitely of a noble. Okay. Do you mind hopping and grabbing everyone else so I don't have to stop the stream?
Oh yeah, of
stop
course.
the music streaming. Thank
Yeah,
you.
of course. Where am I? Hey guys, you
Are we
can
allowed
come
back?
back. Yeah.
So how fucked are we?
Aranea is just going to probably say, well, that wasn't the voice I was expecting.
I mean,
Well,
it wasn't Alex.
Alex kind of looks at at the rest of you and kind of gives you a bit of a wave. You see he's kind of tossing some more things into the carriage as if he's taking the important things off of his horse and putting them there.
I guess we're still a ways away from him.
it
Or-
was.
I mean, you're kind of like approaching. You're so like you're just stepping still in time. You're probably like 30 feet away from him. He's not like hurriedly tossing in there and like get the fuck out of here before these guys get here. But
How-
it was a
Did he-
woman.
What?
Karen's face. Well, when I cast message, Alex replied, but it was a female's voice. Definitely someone of upper class. They said that they were going to go speak to Strahd because whatever's happening here very much bothers them.
Gowain is going to rush up to Alex and say, "Hey, Alex, remember me, Gowain? My pronouns are he, him, his." No, just kidding. Sorry.
I quit the office too much.
Well, that's weird. What do you think that means? Is he possessed?
I mean, maybe it's
Give me your Arcana check. Those that want to and are proficient.
Ooh.
So both of you would know that there are spells that do alter your appearance and or voice.
Well, I think what's happening is it's someone pretending to be Alex. See, I never trusted him ever since the beginning. I didn't trust him.
Insight check.
Go, give me an insight check.
you can't.
Sorry, I'm not the DM.
Like,
Go
nope.
ahead.
You got like no context, but
If it helps, I'm not
19.
lying. Yeah, no, Aranea was like, no, like I never trusted him ever since he was
very like, just very frustrated. You have no idea what's happened, but yeah, genuinely in this moment, you don't trust that guy.
Do you think
Is
it's
he not?
a different Alex than we saw before, or the whole time that person has been
I mean,
shrouded?
we'd have to ask them.
Why don't we ask them?
Because what if
Yeah.
it's Strahd? Well, what if it's somebody that works for Strahd, or it could be a hag? I mean, you go ask them,
Okay.
Mr. Rock.
I'll go.
Rock's gonna walk on up.
I'll walk
Hail,
up
friend.
with Rock.
Okay. You walk up with both of them. Alex kind of pauses for a moment and looks strangely at Rock for a moment, but looks at Gowain, disarming any guardedness in them. New compatriot, I see.
Mm-hmm.
If any of you wish to speak with the ruler of these lands, and express your dismay of how things have devolved, by all means, come with me, and I intend to have words with him, or her, whoever it may be.
We have
don't sound
encountered
like a
this.
Say, you guys said two different things at the same time. Say what?
I was
Rock
saying
said-
something, but I would definitely let Rock, or I could definitely get if Rock spoke over me and just belted that out. So I'll let you go with what you were saying.
Rock said, "You don't sound like a woman."
Gets you a cocked eyebrow. Looks over at you, going like looking for like explanation.
On hearing that, I'm just interestedly looking for the response.
You're correct.
He's gonna point back to Aranea. She said you sounded like a woman with message spell.
Aranea just
Did you get a message?
face palms.
Just kind of steps back a bit. Simple. Clever. I overlooked that. Fair point. Kind of waves his hand a bit, and you can see. Still, as Jorgen once noted before, very pristine, well-kept armor. In Aranea, you can see that there is a prominent symbol of one of the noble houses of Waterdeep present, emblazoned on the armor. As it leads down to a bit of a traveling suit as well, as a paler woman with dark hair, a bit of a ponytail in the back. You see she still has all that finer equipment that Alex had as well. Well, I will keep that in mind for the future. It's a good
Why
lesson.
were you disguising yourself?
So brigands would not immediately recognize me.
Are you known to them in these parts?
Not in these lands, no. But on my way to the north, my escorts and carriage were attacked by many. I was I believe at least 2 ogres with them. My personal guards were killed, but I escaped on horseback.
Is that how you ended up here?
Yes. I kept on running through the fog. My horse tripped, snapped his neck in the fog, but continued onwards and ended in these lands.
It's a familiar story. I look over at Rock. Seems like that's how everyone gets here.
It would seem. Is that how you all got here as well? The fog? Fog.
I apologize for the deception, and I appreciate your assistance earlier. My name is Alessania. Go by Alex for short because it is easier. So,
Are you in an urgent rush to go meet with Strahd? We were considering doing that as well, but we have someone that we need to get to Vallaki first. It might be best if we all went there as one group.
well, you all may continue to work amongst those that are in the villages, and perhaps do well. I'm used to bumping shoulders, as they say, with the nobility and the haughty. Perhaps I can speak sense into him, or, failing that, at least appeal to his sense of ego. Any improvement in these lands would be vastly welcome.
Well, our companion has repeatedly mentioned that no one comes back from that castle. So I do fear you're walking into danger.
So be it. It wouldn't be the first time.
Right.
Looks towards Aranea. As I said to you, sometimes sacrifices need to be made for the betterment of all. I am not above those on the list of sacrifices, though I don't intend to be one, by any means.
Well, I hope that you don't get killed. Strahd can be very powerful.
Let's hope the High Arcanist taught me some tricks while I was in Waterdeep, and that I can use them well.
Do you not think it would be better to go in as a group? We could all have each other's back.
If you all wish to come with me, by all means. But if you're escorting an individual, gestures over to Irina, who is just kind of like looking at the strange affair of this person that kept a different appearance. You can sense like a bit of distrust and distance with her there. The clan village leader back in that city, your Irina, speak up. Burgomeister. The Burgomeister of that village also asked me to escort her. Seemingly more desperate than anything. You all have a task of your own, and I seek to better these lands with taking on this task myself. If you all wish to abandon your task, by all means. But perhaps we can make our differences at the same time.
Well, I think we've given our word to someone. I don't think we're going to leave her here on the road, especially with what we've encountered so far.
Honorable
if you're-
choice.
If you're in that much of a hurry that you can't wait a day or so, then hopefully the next time we meet you, you're still you.
Politics take forever to enact. A day could make the largest difference.
If you do make it back to Vallaki, we'll probably be staying at that inn that was mentioned before, the Blue Water Inn. So you can find us there.
I'll keep that in mind.
The other reason we're not in a huge hurry is we have a book that gives some background on Strahd, and as a politician, I think you would realize the value of knowing your adversary. It may be worth the time to study up on his life before you go to talk to him.
She kind of looks at you and gives you a bit of a nod. I'll tell you what. Knowing your enemy and your friends is quite valuable. I came a bit prepared for this journey in case events were to go wrong. She kind of goes to a side satchel of hers and pulls out this very intricate red potion, kind of with golden filigree on it. This is a superior healing potion. I'll trade this for that book, so I may better understand him and perhaps have better negotiations with him. If I'm done reading it, next time we meet, by all means, I'll give it back, but this could provide an excellent bargaining chip in learning his personality before I meet him. What say you?
You're not gonna get that book from her.
I don't. I believe that Aranea values the knowledge to be gained in that book more than almost anything else. I don't think she wants to part with it. I don't think she wants to keep the knowledge to herself either. She just needs time to read it. You would need the same amount of time. So
yes, my plan was to actually just briefly go through it and just make down notes. We could. We are all very tired. How about before you go to the castle, we could all find a place nearby to rest, and we could at least try to go through it as quickly as we can before you go. I mean, this carriage won't be going anywhere until someone gets into it. At least I think that's how that works.
She tightens up her satchel on the side and smiles a bit and hands you Gowain the potion. Regardless. Well, yeah. Take the potion anyways. Consider it my condolences for your companion.
Well, thank you.
And looks towards Aranea. If I were to learn anything from my times with politics, is that declining an invitation is almost declaring war with anyone. So, if I were to pass this up, I may lose standing, per se.
Really, I think politics is the real killer here.
I wouldn't disagree. Off to war, then. She kind of steps into the carriage a bit. Door's still open.
Our friend said that if we see our friend again, Jorgen, to put a sword through him because he's no longer him. I believe that Strahd took him, given that we found a letter in the cart where his body was. I guess one I would say, look out for yourself. Is there... can you ask after our friend when you talk to Strahd?
I'll inquire with the Lord of the Domain if he has seen Jorgen. As for him, if I see him walking and he looks of the undead, I will put him down myself.
Do you carry anything on yourself that would be a bane to the undead. If we meet you again, is there something you could show us that would let us know that you're still you?
She kind of shifts, so her legs are kind of like out of the carriage and faces you, and kind of shifts into her shirt a bit and pulls out a silver medallion to the Church of Bahamut. I would wager that most undead would not be fond of this, but a bane I wouldn't say as far as that. I'm not particularly that religious. He shoves it back in. Wish you all the best speed. May you travel with the light. What little there is. Take care of yourselves.
Good luck.
She gives a
Hope
bit of
we
a
meet
nod
again.
to gives a bit of a nod to Aranea. And thank you for the lesson. Shuts the door.
Wait, what lesson?
So she shuts the door of the carriage.
I'm confused.
It's
I think
referring
she
to
meant
your-
that you uncovered her ruse.
Oh.
These are strange lands.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Well, she's a politician. She probably would have bored us with silly information. We should probably
She
get
seemed-
going.
She seemed
So-
hasty.
We're not going that way, right? We're opposite.
We're heading north-ish.
Or right.
We're-
Fine.
We're heading this way, and Arania points.
Arena points left. That way is towards Vallaki.
Right.
Yes.
Shall we then?
No, left.
Yes, left.
Who?
Correct. Shall we then?
So you guys
Arania will turn to Elena and say, Elena, are you done swearing at Strahd yet? At the skies?
No, I'm not.
Okay, then. She just walks off.
I'm not particularly strong and burly, but I would try and push the cart so that Aranea can study the book while we travel.
I'll just study it at night. It's fine.
okay.
Well, then, fuck this cart.
It pushes significantly better. It's still pretty rickety.
We should just get rid of it. I mean, Jorgen's really the only one who wanted it.
I agree. I just thought it might give you an opportunity to study while we travel, but if you don't want to take that up, then fuck this cart.
Well, if you would give me a moment, if you all want to get rid of this cart, Irina heads over there and hacks off both of the handles on it and kind of sticks them in the ground together. A bit of a grave marker for the fallen. Without his body, it's
a very attached to that cart.
I had fucking plans.
a bit. She looks over to you. A bit absurdly so.
I definitely don't think I mean, at least Lyre was able to, you know, sit in it. Are you going to be okay with walking, Lyre? You're muted,
muted,
by
buddy.
the way.
He nods a little somberly.
With that, it's kind of approaching evening. After all your affairs and all that talking. So you guys do make it quite a bit of a ways down. You guys can see as you're approaching a bit of a lake. You can see further across this lake. The surface appears all kind of this jet black. You can only kind of like hear a soft ripple of water from the distance. And as the night's fallen on this sunless sky. Off in the mountains, you can see they go quite high past this lake off in the distance. You guys can see far away, maybe like a couple hours more. There lies lights in the distance, where you guys can bed for the night here.
Aranea, is that? Do you think that's? Sorry, not Aranea. Arena. Do you think that is Vallaki we see, or is that just another village on the way?
That would be Vallaki. Kresk is much further down the way.
What does everyone think? Just push on or rest?
It's not too much further, is it?
A couple hours, perhaps.
I can see fine.
An inn seems better than a bedroll. I will say that. Then again, if we stop now, it's more time for Aranea to study. I'm easy.
Plus, I'd kind of like to investigate what's wrong with that lake.
Something, right?
What's wrong with what lake?
Try to find out why because I want to sit by the lake and see if the lake is jet black just from the reflection or something.
Okay.
It's Canada, that's why.
The night begins to shine.
So I do need a decision if you guys are continuing forward or if you're bedding down for the evening.
I'm fine with bedding down for the evening. Say aye.
Yeah, me too. Hi.
All right, sure.
You guys are on the road by a thicket of woods. So you guys can decide if you want to do bed on the road or in the woods.
In the woods seems a little safer, maybe.
Yeah, because that way we're hidden.
Rock
Ooh.
wouldn't know this, but the player does. We have that one thingy that we could use to help us. The piece of bark.
Oh, yes.
To make us a little bit more safe.
Yeah, I could actually set down the bark, and I could also set down the alarm thing. Tie it around some trees or something. Because I have the alarm spell.
All right.
And then there's the bark, which is... See, this is why I feel like Lyre should carry it, just because I'm probably not going to use it for the spell reasons. I just dig a hole and bury it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So as you guys kind of embark into the woods, as you guys get further in, and the lights rapidly, what little there is, draining from the sky, you swear, as the more you push inwards, the branches kind of whip back sooner than they should. When you kind of let go of any force on it, it's like they push rapidly at you and swing in the eyes a bit. As Aranea digs in a hole, a big enough clearing for you guys to make some type of camp. It's just how much just a sense of ease just kind of passes all over you. The realization that each of you had your shoulders stiff for hours and hours, and it's just now dawning on you oh, I can finally relax. That feeling of calm. As the light's gone, but you can see soft fluttering of fireflies come around each of you. Not a swarm by any means, but maybe 5 per person, giving you soft ambient light. It's almost unsettling at first, but you see maybe a little far off in the distance, 20 feet, the branches look like they're interweaving with each other. A bit of a barrier around where you've planted this piece of bark. Kind of like you're in a nest.
Fascinating.
Look over at Lyre and see how comfortable he looks being in a nest.
He looks wonderfully comfortable.
I can take a watch. I think this place feels safe, but I still think this land is fucked. So,
would you say there's like, is there like one way in or one way that looks like it would be more of an entrance, or is it like completely surrounded?
Looking around, it looks like it's completely surrounded. Like from just kind of like standing in the middle, looks like it's completely circled.
Once you're in,
Okay.
you're stuck forever.
Okay, so there's not a 5-foot radius area that would be like where things would come in from.
I mean, now that you immediately see, no.
Very well. Sounds good.
Well, at least we're
Okay.
protected.
You are taking first watch then?
sure.
I feel like
What?
maybe we shouldn't do it without pairs. So, Gowain, do you want me to take the watch with you?
Sure.
And you can
Then,
take
as
those...
everybody-
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, as people are just getting comfortable and whatnot, Rock's armor will literally just start to peel back away from him, and a Hob-Goblin walks out of it.
Oh god.
Yeah, you guys see as
Exactly
The
like
appearance
the
is-
Mandalorian. Gotcha.
you guys see this dullish orange red skin and rust red eyes and like this long black hair kind of pulled together in a failing but still right now serviceable top knot.
Man bun.
A bit unsettling for those that have seen goblins and hobgoblins in battle, but take it as you will.
What the hell?
That's a Hob-Goblin.
Hob-Goblin?
Hobgoblin. That's awesome.
That's a hemoglobin.
No, that's totally in character because she's like
Joking.
Arenea's from like the city, so she's like let down her hair. She's like, oh well, at least we get to sit down and relax. And she's like, oh my goodness, this is she's like freaking out because she's like goblins are evil, so you like hit them. So
We're trapped in here with it.
He
Should
doesn't
I
even
hit-
seem to notice.
should I hit
He's
him with my
immediately on
quarterstaff?
his armor, just like tinkering with it.
I wonder if I should hit him with my quarterstaff. This would be terrible.
Mm.
Are you okay, Aranea? What's...
Well, it's a Hob-Goblin.
Yes, I'm a Hob-Goblin.
What's... Is that... Are
Well,
they-
I've heard that they, I'm just gonna look at Rock and be like, well, I just heard that they eat people.
It's pretty common knowledge anyway that city folk that hobgoblins are known to kind of like raid villages, farms, and eat people at times. Like it's pretty common knowledge that hobgoblins, Arenea's actions, like completely well founded.
Oh,
I mean-
100%.
I mean, they've attacked people and
Yeah. You attack us.
no, but you started it.
Did we?
Oh no.
Did they? Question mark. I should feel like I should know this as a person with history.
As you two ask questions that need to be asked, an owl hoots in the distance. Who?
Oh, shut the fuck up.
I mean, I guess as long as you don't attack us. Sorry.
I mean, all I
He's
can
still-
say is I've seen the worst from humans. So why am I gonna? I'm gonna judge somebody on their actions.
If it makes you feel any better, I'm not part of a clan right now.
I'm sorry.
If you
I'm
ever
just.
do us dirty, I will guiding bolt you to the face. You understand?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
It's fine, Elena.
And he's just-
I'm just tired.
Irena's there confused. What's a hobgoblin?
I'm a hobgoblin.
That.
Looks over at him. He looks a bit strange, but so does Lyre. Am I
Lyre's
not?
a good bird, though.
I'm sorry, I'm so confused. I've never seen either of them. I don't know why we're supposed to be distrustful of this one.
Because my kind typically teams up with goblins, usually with us in the lead. Forms warbands, raids, pillages.
They're pieces of shit.
Attacks merchants.
Generally, yes.
We've never encountered goblins either.
They're shits.
Perhaps it's for the best.
I
She
mean,
just kind of shave her head.
if you think about it, elves have done their part as well.
You think?
Plus, it's
With
the
that,
big. It's the big picture that we have to think about. Sorry, I'm done. I'll stop talking.
you guys can bed down for the evening. Who wants to take watches?
I'll take watch.
I'll take like last watch.
Okay, so
Aranea and I, we're gonna do first watch.
I'll do second.
And I'll do third.
Lyre will sleep.
I think that I might, instead of doing a watch with Aranea, do a watch with Rock, just because I'm not totally sure I trust him yet.
Okay.
I mean,
You don't
not-
trust the hobgoblin.
I'm not. I'm not.
raised
It's not because you're a
question.
hobgoblin. I have hobgoblin friends.
Racist son of a bitch.
It's just because we just met you, and I don't want you to slit all our throats at night.
Yeah, we don't want you to be a piece of shit.
First watch.
okay.
Please give me a perception check. If you are reading while you're doing your watch, give it a disadvantage as you're half paying attention.
Nerd.
Damn it. Nope, I'm gonna put my book away. And just
What?
Yeah.
Wow, take chances. What are you
Okay.
doing?
So as you're sitting there and kind of look up, maybe chance a glimpse at stars, some type of light, just clouds. As far as you can see, every once in a while you can see the peaking of a moon. Clouds. Just kind of looking around, you hear a sudden sharp whimper, as like if a dog got hit abruptly, and then a slight thrashing, and then stillness. Quiet.
I hate the woods.
The rest of your watch goes uneventful.
Hey.
Passing Elena, I'm gonna say it was really quiet. I'm going to bed.
Okay.
And going to sleep, I'm going to dream of a big library with a ceiling so high that I can't see it, with a million books.
Did you take the lucid dreamer feat?
No.
Kidding. You take a rest, and it is very relaxing.
No worries.
Sleeping.
Is that a feat? Do I need to look
No,
that up?
no,
No.
it's taking a rest.
He's
Because that would be
He's
cool.
being an ass. It'd be useless.
Elena,
Mm-hmm.
You are awake,
Mm-hmm.
sore.
Mm-hmm.
Please give me a perception check.
Okay. Come at me.
So you're up and kind of walking this wooded enclosure. It's where you hear kind of like this, Elena, whisper repeatedly, Elena.
You don't have to repeat my fucking name.
It keeps on repeating, and you kind of like hone in that voice. You can hear it's coming from the other side of one of the walls. You can see the branches that interweave. They aren't completely. It's not like completely layered, like nothing. You can see there's holes through them at times. And you can look through it, and you see a shorter person on the other side.
Swear to God, if you throw Jorgen at me, I'm gonna die.
You see like two a parting of the clouds. A brief bit of moonlight comes in. And you see this matted, gnarled, blood-crusted beard. This dwarven face looking at you with these yellow eyes. Elena,
Durgan.
I hate you so much.
let me in.
Elena.
I just want to take a rest.
Elena,
Wait,
let me in.
What?
Open it up, would you?
Um.
Please?
Words never once said please.
You know what? I'm going to guiding bolt him to the face.
So, guiding bolt is projectile, and there's a barrier in your way.
It will damage. It will damage the thing, right? And me, right?
There's a good chance you might damage the barrier, but you can't make it apparate through it.
Sacred flame his ass. That's not a projectile. And he's a dwarf. He's not dexterous.
He's kind of like pleading. He's like, "Please let me in. I just want to sit by the story, sit by the fire, and tell a story with my favorite companions."
Elena, does he have like his hands like right on the?
They're kind of like raised up. They're not right on it yet. Like he's keeping a little bit of distance between the encroachment, the barrier, and you. A little bit of wariness.
Jorgen, why do you need to be invited? You're one of us.
Please just let me in. It's not too much to ask, is it? We've done so much together.
But you're a friend. Why?
He said, "Let me in." He just reaches in through like a little bit of hole that you see, and you see as his fingers kind of like reach through. Quickly, the vines kind of like wrap around, and you see them kind of like constrict, and his fingers get ripped off as it kind of like fall through on your side a little bit. You see they're still wriggling on your side, just the fingertips are still wriggling on the ground. He pulls back as he kind of runs back off in the darkness.
Hinga-dinga-durgan.
I hate you, Helio. This creeps me out so much. She will go over to Gowain and kick him slightly in a friendly manner.
What?
Waking up, you gradually see Elena standing there, and it looks like there's a moth or something stuck in her hair as she's looking down at you. It's twitching still.
Jorgen just came to see us.
Like, kind of like
What's in your hair?
I'm gonna grab Gowain by the hand and like tug him over to the fingers.
Yeah, as you kind of like get the sleepies out of your eyes a bit, and you kind of like look at that. That's a pinky, and in her hair that's still moving.
Reach out, just grab it out of her hair and be like,
It's
fuck?
cold. It's cold and it's still wriggling in your hands.
Jorgen needed an invitation to get in. I think he's one of them. No.
Jorgen was here?
Yes. Yellow eyes. Not acting like himself. He needed an invitation to come in here.
Did he? And you cut his fingers off?
No, he tried to get at me, and the vines cut his fingers off.
Oh, well, that's good to know. Wall around us is strong.
I was going to guiding bolt him to the face, and then I rethought it.
That doesn't sound like Elena. Insight check. Breaking the wall.
Who are
Sorry.
you?
Let me see your eyes.
Do you think we could capture him and put him to rest? Is he still out there? What happened when his fingers fell off?
He ran.
As fast as
All right.
little dwarf legs would take him.
Which is probably not that far. He's probably still out there.
It's been a while. 60 feet around, or 50 feet around, it's not that bad.
All right, well, I got a little bit of sleep, but if you want, I can stay up with you in case he comes back.
He might not come back if I alerted somebody to stay up with me. What do you think? Like, do you think I should let him in? Or do you think I should, like, set a trap for him? Or what do you think?
Well, if it's like Irina said, that he's no longer himself, and we need to put him down. I would like to do that, but I think everyone needs to be ready for it.
I agree.
Maybe we should.
Well, if he's continuing, I think he's gonna track us, maybe. Would that be plausible?
Found us tonight. Why not every other night?
Administrative note. If you do stay up on this watch, and you do stay up on the next watch, you will not get a long rest going.
Okay. But could I do a short
Yeah.
rest?
I'm gonna advise Gowain to go ahead and nap, and I'll oversee things.
He's a damn warlock. He's fine.
You could do a short rest.
Lyre
You
can
could do-
participate in some watchfulness if that helps.
You could do a short rest, but that will prevent you from leveling up with everyone else tonight.
Fuck that shit up. Go back to bed.
Yeah, I'll just continue staying up.
I will say maybe rouse Lyre and have him stand by your side, and then I'll go back to sleep. And
Lyre can watch a bit.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
go over and prod Lyre with a finger.
Kind of tries to prod you back.
Liar.
Hey.
Jorgen was here.
Looks around. Looks back at you questioningly.
There was a pinky in my hair.
That's the best explanation ever. It was like my recap.
He just says, "Bless you."
But you can't stay up with me in case he comes back.
If I see so fit. And he sets himself
Leia's
up.
probably looking at me like I'm fucking nuts.
He gets himself up and is ready to take a watch.
Okay. So I sit back down where I was sitting at before.
Lyre, give me a perception check.
Okay.
Please roll on that 20. Please roll on that 20.
It's pretty good.
You just hear drunken mumbling all around you.
It's distant. But what you hear, Lyre, you kind of pause. Sounds like something is impacting trees. Large impacts. I think what you hear are trees being felled. Moving away from you. Whatever it is, rhythmic.
How long does this go on?
About 30 minutes. Until it becomes softer and softer and out of earshot. But
That
when you
tells
first
me, so like if it had gone on for a few minutes, he might have consulted the stars.
Yeah, going on for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think early on, maybe like 5 or 10 minutes into it, he might have consulted the stars, which takes a minute, I think. Augury.
Go ahead.
The action is to investigate by way of getting closer to the sounds. And so he's gonna take his little roll. I think it's been a while. Well, I don't know if it's been that while. I think he's done it this once before. Technically, since his last rest. You'll do with that what you will.
Okay. Do you have to roll? Let me see Augury real quick. Or do I have to roll?
I think it's just DM discretion.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're talking about like repeated uses of it. I can link you the spell. Here, I displayed it in the virtual tabletop.
Let's see. One moment. Okay. And let me look up something else.
Sure.
So, when you consult your map, it at times shows you constellations that might take a little interpretation of perhaps this might be good, perhaps this might be bad. Uncertainty. This immediately turns into the shape of a snake engulfing other stars, and just immediately it's never come to your realization that this quickly, if this immediate, this is woe. Significant woe.
Pure 100%.
Super, super good fortune. Seek it out.
He just kind of, if anybody's with him, he just kind of stares at it for a moment blankly and quickly rolls it up. Sits down with his arms crossed.
What did you see, Lyre?
And he thinks for a moment. And just says, she doesn't hear this noise at all. It's just Lyre that can hear this. With the little 24.
Yeah, she can't hear it at all.
He just says, in a voice that's becoming increasingly unfamiliar, "Not right now, please."
Everything okay? Okay.
And that'll be all for his action tonight.
Okay.
Do I know, like, generally, like, what direction this thing was going from? Like from where to where? Like
Yeah,
like,
you
like from east to west or something like that.
it would have been from where you guys are, a little closer to the actual shoreline. So it seemed like it was to the northwest, heading west towards Vallaki.
Okay. Got it. All right, that's all I need to know.
Okay. Yeah, the rest of your watch goes uneventful.
Okay. I'm gonna go and wake up Gowain and Rock.
Okay.
Lyre just slumps back into bed.
And then
Anything-
Elena immediately passes out after
Anything
she got them.
Before you all fall asleep, I would just ask if anything of note happened after I went back to sleep.
Lyre was looking at his star map.
How did they shine for you?
He just looks at you, kind of looks down on the ground and goes, I don't know.
It's a better response than what he gave me.
And at that point, he just goes into his little tent or whatever.
Yeah.
Rock, Gowain, please give me perception checks.
And the first thing Rock does when he wakes up is he just walks over to his armor and like true Iron Man 2 form, the suitcase, he just like holds it up to him and it just morphs over him and does the whole beak thing and everything like that.
Nice.
Takes one turn to don or doff armor. One action.
Alright.
It's fucking dumb.
Have you ever put on like a power suit in Fallout 4? You just like kind of walk up and step into it and then it just closes around you.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, not bad.
The gunner in Borderlands 3.
Yeah.
So as you guys, you can notice that there's Rock. You can notice that there's a bit of tension, already in Gowain and the others, through the night. As relaxing as it was when everything went up, and there's still that sense of safety, sanctuary where you're at. You can still tell that everyone else is a bit on guard. Perhaps because Gowain is lost in his thoughts and thinking of something else. You hear some rustling a bit outside the enclosure, further away from everyone else. It's kind of one of the enclosure parts that went dipped a bit further out. There's some rustling off in that distance before it stops abruptly. Kind of softly at first, and then like a large rustle. Maybe like a quick struggle coming to an end. And then silence.
And with my dark vision, would I be able to see anything out in that area?
Whatever it might have been is probably beyond the enclosure. You might have to go to the wall and see if you can see anything through the cracks.
I think he would. Something like that. So he'd make his way over there. Just kind of hold a finger up to Gwen and be like, I heard something. And he's going to walk over that way.
What was it?
Rustling, as of a struggle. So, yeah.
So, heading over there, peeking through, like gingerly, see, as if impaled by this enclosure, as if it was roots that extended and through something, like grew through something, but just with a rapid pace, unnatural.
Got him.
You see a wolf impaled.
Oh.
held aloft about like 2 feet off the ground.
Straight up dead.
Straight up dead.
Does it look like a normal wolf, or
I mean, from, these feet away, this darker light, even with dark vision, is still black and white.
Yeah.
And it's hard to really make out any like details to tell if it was different. You really have
What
to get
about
up
with,
close and give it a thorough inspection.
what about with Devil's Sight?
You damn warlock.
Still, I mean, it looks like mainly just like a wolf from here. Like, you'd really have to
Okay.
get up close to see if there's anything like arcane or like anything about it.
But it looks like a normal-sized wolf, just
Yeah.
impaled by perhaps our guardian wall.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I will would turn to Rock and just say, earlier, Elena woke me up. The companion that we lost, and then whose body that we lost, showed up outside the wall, asking to be let in, and tried to reach through, and the vines constricted his fingertips off. It seems like this magical rest area we have is defending us, but I don't know what the threat of a regular wolf would have been, but it's taken it out.
A lone wolf can be deadly in its own right. Is there any sort of knowledge I might have on a creature that needs to be invited in? Or maybe it's just the fact that he was outside and there's no apparent opening for him to come in. That could have been more the reason. What would more I infer with this?
You really don't have a heavy religious background. You're not
Mhm.
proficient in religion, are you?
I don't think so. No.
I don't particularly see a reason for your guy to make any associations or links with this.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
If anything, you probably attribute it to just being that there's no apparent entry or exit.
Opening. Yep.
I also don't think I would have explained anything along the way of
Yeah, that
we didn't invite him in. It was just like he reached
Tried to
his
reach
hand
in.
through like a gap, and the vines constricted.
If what was said was true, then he is not himself. And this trinket that you have, which is fascinating, seems to protect us. So it would seem that it holds true that he is a threat, and that the next time that we see him, we need to put him down, as it were, as this wolf was put down.
I agree. Put him down and burn his body as he would have wished.
Yes.
This kind of stepping away from the barrier, seeing what it was. Gowain, you head back to the main camp as well, and so do you, Rock. But you kind of look back and you rustle in a tree, and above you swear you see this kind of like mad grin of a figure, short and stout, at the top of this tree, looking down with just malevolent eyes, with a glimmer in them as he leaps off into another tree. Just the look of it looked feral, more animalistic than a person.
Probably Loki's saying quite a bit, actually, with his background. He fucking deals with goblins all the time. Fuck.
Yeah. So that does put a bit of a shiver down your spine, but the rest of your watch goes uneventful.
Wonderful.
We're going to end it here for tonight.